Good morning to you. Hello, guys. Good morning. Why can I hear myself? Oh, sorry. I was opening the tab. I was opening my own stream in my browser. Hello. Hi. Is that a roach? Where? Is that a roach? Where? Actually, if you're like, hi Kay, hi. Oh my God, Fetus, I can see your chat now. I told you you weren't shadow banned from my channel. Holy crap. Are you laying in your nest or something? I can only hope that my nest is like this beautiful, but no. If you take one good look at my nest or my room, you'll see that it's like so messy. Are you outside? Yes. Somebody told me that I should be touching grass more, so I'm doing it and I'm bringing you guys with me. But like, you know, meta vtuber miring betul. Is that cannabis behind you? Now, I cannot answer that question because I do not partake I cannot answer that question because I've never participated in the usage of cannabis in my entire life. I can't believe Kay is giving us the dead wife montage experience. Do you guys want to know? Okay, first of all, since you guys wanted to see like my model with her hair down, there you go. Second of all, do you know how long it took me to like assemble this? Huh? I stayed up till 3 a.m. to assemble this, which was really stupid of me when I knew that I was gonna do a morning stream at like 10 a.m. But like I stayed until 3 a.m. to make this. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the dead wife POV. No. This is like a bit too simple for dead wife POV, the dead wife flashback. Why do all dead wife flashback always have that shot of the dead wife like inside the bed sheet? You know? And when I say like inside the bed sheet, I don't mean that, you know that they're making love or anything like that. But there's always that shot of the dead wife just like looking at the husband from underneath their bed sheet and everything, and then she'll whisper something like, "I love you." Hi Kate, tuning in while working, so radio mode for me. Hello, good luck with work. Yeah, and the bed sheet must be white. That's so unrealistic. Why couldn't they have like a Jimmy Neutron bedsheet or something? That's more realistic. Cause she's about to die. So yeah, I stayed. It was pretty stupid of me. I was like, ooh, I've been seeing like a lot of VTubers do the diagonal lying down thingy, and I was like, ooh, I want to do that. And I'm like, I'm gonna set up my stream for a morning stream. I'm gonna set it up for 10 a.m. And then I'm gonna stay up until 3 a.m. to set up this entire thing. So I hope you guys appreciate it. Glow in the dark dinosaur bedsheet, honey. The glow in the dark dinosaur stays on in the wall during sex. But yeah. Honestly, I'm only running in a little bit of sleep, so excuse me if I'm like extra slurry. Not that I don't slur in most of my like chatting stream, but I like, as I told you, I was setting up my stream until like 3 a.m. and then like I slept, and then like 6 a.m. I had to accompany my brother to the ER. And we just got home like maybe like 20-30 minutes ago. He's fine. He was just he was just not feeling well, and I was like, uh-oh, So we went to the ER, but yeah, it's fine. Is your bro okay? He's fine. It's just that this setup is crazy, cozy. Thank you. Finally, somebody appreciates the hard work I put into this. The irony of hunching over a computer till late so you can touch grass in stream. I know, but like anything for my viewers. Yeah, my brother is fine. I think I've already mentioned this a couple of times, but for context, my brother is currently in. He's a medical student. He's a doctor, and he's currently trying to be a surgeon. Like, I don't know how to say it in English, but in Indonesian basically dia tuh lagi program spesialis. There you go. He's trying to get his specialist. He's trying to be a surgeon, but surgeon school is, well, at least from what I've observed as his sister, it's so tough. It's crazy tough. I mean, I bet like medical school in general and like nursing school and like dentistry school, or the profession itself is already really tough, but seeing that the things that he has to go through as like a surgery like a surgeon in training is crazy. And I think it finally got to him a little bit, so yeah, I was just accompanying him to the ER earlier, but he's fine. Gave him a little IV. I'm not in like liability to talk much about it, but one of the reasons why it's like so like illogically tough, the program, I mean if you're Indonesian, I'm sure you've heard a lot of cases of it. It probably exists outside Indonesia too, but definitely if you're Indonesian, I really, as like the sister of someone who's going through like medical school and everything, I really really dislike the bullying that happens in it. Again, I'm not gonna get into the details of it because like it's my brother's story to tell, and I do want to respect his privacy somewhat, and I don't want to get him into trouble. But I really, really, really dislike the like, I don't know, the intense seniority and the bullying that comes there. Awful, 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 awful. Yikes, yikes, indeed. Yeah, senioritasnya, coy. Like if you're Indonesian and you like go to like you're active on Twitter or I'm sorry, X. I'm sure you've seen like a couple of Indonesian cases where a few doctors get called out for like bullying their juniors and everything. It's terrible. So you're saying we have to turn him into a VTuber before we can hear that story? Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, maybe my brother would be a better streamer than I am. I don't know. He has all the good qualities of like, well, not well, like he has all of the things that you could want from a VTuber. He, first of all, he owns more games than I do. He plays more games than I do. I don't know where he finds the time to do it when, he's been in medical school for years, but like he indulges in way more games than I do. Like I tell him like, "Hey, have you played this super obscure game called Smell My Fart 69?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, Smell My Fart 69. Like, yeah, I know that game. I've played it." And I'm like, "What the hell? When do you have time to do that?" That's the first thing. Second, if you're somebody who enjoys like streamers with like a deep, mature voice, I can assure you that my brother also has a deep voice. He has a very handsome voice. And then what else? Oh, he's also a musician Why am I glazing my brother? It's okay. It's okay. He's a bastard, but like, let me glaze this bastard every now and again. But like, he's also a musician. He's a guitarist. He sings, and he plays in bands. So he plays a lot for like musical events for his like medical faculty and everything. Is your brother your Oshi now? No, never. Ew. Who? Me? Are you my brother? the only the only downside the only downside about my brother is that sometimes like he's sometimes he gets really sweaty when it comes to games, like really sweaty to the point that sometimes I kind of want to smack him, you know. Like sometimes he gets real toxic with it, you know. So like that's bad. And when I mean sweaty, if you play FF14, yeah, he's a raider. He used to be like so active in his statics. He'd have his static teams, and he'd clear all of the raids up to all of the difficulty. One time I logged into the game, into FF14, and I wanted to clear this super hard dungeon, this super hard boss trial, and with my friend, right? And I saw that my brother was online, so I was like, oh, what if we invite my brother? So that, you know, we can party with him, right? We can go to the dungeon with him. Like he's a pretty good player. So my friend was like, yeah, you know. And then like I told my brother to like meet me in game in this city, and in comes this Hyur, that's like Final Fantasy 14 term for human. This human male in game who's like a samurai, and I'm like, of course he's a goddamn samurai. And then during the really hard boss trial, there was this one mechanic where it was really hard for us, the newbies and everything, and we all got entirely wiped. Even some of the players who were like more experienced got wiped, except for one person. One single samurai still stood while everybody else was dead. Hey, you want to take a guess of who it is? Yeah, it was my brother. And then he had the audacity to chat in the party chat. He called us weak. So yeah. After that, I didn't want to admit to my FF14 friends that guy was my brother, because everybody was like, what a dick! Like, who is this guy? What a dick! What does he keep rage baiting us? And I'm like, oh, that's my brother. Oh, that's my brother. I don't wanna tell people you're my brother anymore. A human and a samurai can't get any more weeb than that, yeah. Hate and grow stronger, Sasuke. Do you guys want to know like how sweaty of a gamer my brother is? In like how should I say it? There was a time where I used to stream Xenoblade Chronicles, the first game. Yeah, there was a time in a different life before this where I used to stream Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah, would you believe me if I told you that while I was streaming that game and I was playing it, I could see my brother backseating me in my chat? And I had to sit there and pretend that I don't know this random ass motherfucker in my chat, but I know it's him. I can spot his username from a mile away, and he was fucking backseating me. Ain't no way. I had to, guys, the level of calm I had to endure. I had to prevent myself from getting rage baited. This guy, I had to sit there. Like, do you guys want to know what's the hardest part of being a streamer? again, I will always iterate that among every single profession there is in the world, I am in no way, shape, or form trying to disrespect streamers. Not when I am one myself, but compared to a lot of jobs out there, it's a relatively like easy job, I would say, without any disrespect. But like, you wanna know what the hardest thing I've experienced doing this thing is the amount of times I have to control myself from getting rage baited. I swear to God, I swear to fucking God, whether it be somebody saying stupid shit on chat, whether it's somebody doing stupid shit on chat, or like I spot like my brother or my friend trying they think they're slick, they try to sneak into my chat using like maybe like their second account, hoping that I won't notice that it's them, but I know I will always know that it's them. And they will say the stupidest shit in my chat. That is the hardest part of being a streamer. Is always trying is not getting rage baited. And it's not just like external forces, maybe some of you think that, Kay, but Kay, your chat, we're actually pretty good noodles, we don't rage bait you. You're right, guys. Would you believe me if I told you that most of my friends who do know that I like to stream and who sometimes lurk in my stream, sometimes they play my stream when they're working, maybe like right now. Hi guys. They always told me that they're impressed by my chat because I guess they think that you guys are actually like pretty chill. They even said that, wow, Kay's chat is like one of the nicest chat I've came across because her chat is actually as funny as Kay. And I was like, what the fuck? No, they're not. I was like, what the fuck? No, they're not. I'm the funniest person. Okay, well, if my chat is so funny, then why don't my chat become the streamer and I watch them? Anyway, and you might be wondering, like, but Kay, like, if your chat is actually pretty chill, as your friends say they are, then like, how come you're still rage baited? See, here's the thing about being rage baited, guys. Sometimes it's not about you guys rage baiting me or like external forces. Sometimes I rage bait myself, okay? So guys, sometimes when I stream, you have to excuse my brain. Sometimes I am not a good person. I am not a good person, okay? Sometimes when things happen on stream, sometimes my brain, it comes up with the most stupidest, most vile, most heinous shit ever. And I have to restrain myself from saying anything out loud. Okay? That's like the hardest part of streaming, It's like I'm always telling myself, like, don't think about it. Don't say it. And then like the inner demons inside me is like and I have to sit there and be like, oh, don't think about it. Don't you fucking say it. You know that if you've been on Twitter, you know that GIF that's been rolling around, the skeleton banging on the shield. They're like raw tang tang tang, and then it gets sped up. Raw tang 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 tang. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. But on the topic of like streaming as like a hobby or a job, like I do find it funny that sometimes some of my friends who've never tried like streaming before, sometimes some of them would eventually try it. Maybe seriously, maybe for the hee hee haha. Oh, hello, Ren. Good morning, Ren. Mwah. That was only for Ren, not for chat. Go away. But anyway, some of my friends, sometimes they would, because maybe out of curiosity, or maybe they actually want to try pursuing it as a career, they would try streaming. Where's your kissy? Get out of here. Get you Edo, you get one fart. Toot. There you go. There's a fart for you. Are you saying streaming is contagious? Maybe. Or maybe it's just my friends. I don't know. Maybe they see that sometimes I'm having fun in my stream and they're like, hey, I kinda want that. So I'd always encourage them, like, yeah, you should, Maybe try it out. Maybe it suits you. The funniest thing though is always that my friends would try streaming and sometimes they will actually strike gold. They would actually get people in their chat. It's lively, it's good for them and everything. But the funniest thing is that I noticed that for most of my friends, after they try streaming, their first few streams, they always get sick. They get ill. I mean, physically ill. Like I would help them prep for their first streams and whatnot, and they would be perfectly healthy. And then they would do their first stream, and they had chatters like, wow, oh my god, they're doing so well, whatnot. And then by the time the stream ends, they're ill, they're sick, like actually running a fever and everything, like snot everywhere. And I was like, what the fuck? And then it happened to a couple of friends, to the point that it becomes a running joke among my circle of friends, where it's like, damn, this streaming shit hard. Hi Kay, you want some breadcrumbs? I would love some breadcrumbs. Gimme. They're like this streaming shit hard, and then they were like, hey, how do you do it? And I'm just like, I don't know, I'm kinda already numb to it. This is some Evangelion pilot shit. I guess for most of them it's because it's definitely a big gap between, not saying that my friends who eventually try streaming are like very quiet people or introverted people. No. They yap a lot. But I guess there's a difference. Like there's that spike of energy between yapping to your close friends in like Discord or a group call or whatever, versus yapping for the purpose of entertaining like more than 10 people, Yeah, it definitely stresses them out, especially for somebody who's never like tried streaming before. And then couple that with sometimes they'd strike gold and get like over like 40 chatters, that amount is already like severely overwhelming. So by the time they end their stream, they have a fever and everything, they're like the coughing baby. I was like, hey dude, how was this? Hey, I'm dying. And they were like, hey, I respect you so much. How do you do this shit? And I'm like, buddy, you gotta give it some time, man. It's like learning how to ride a bicycle. It's like learning how to swim, You're not gonna be able to just dunk your head in the water and like be able to do like a backstroke immediately. Come on now. So yeah. Turns out you're too strong. I don't think I'm too strong. If anything, I feel like compared to maybe a few lifetimes ago, I actually feel like my energy for streaming has depleted. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't think it's about me being strong. I think it's just experience. You know, it's like for my friends, it's like their first day at the job. Me, it's like it's fucking Thursday. Why am I not Michael Phelps now again? But yeah, the one thing that does tire me out most when it comes to streaming lately is that because I'm doing this alone, it means that I have to think about everything alone. And I don't know what type of person you guys are. Like, does doing everything actually give you guys a sense of peace? Because sometimes I'm like that, you know, being able to do everything by myself, customizing everything to my heart's desire. Sometimes it feels good, you know, but it's also very, very, very exhausting. Very, 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 very exhausting, you know. Like, I'm raw dogging this shit, bro. Chat, do you know, like, I'm raw dogging this shit, you know. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, I don't go out. I don't got a manager, I don't got a team. I'm raw dogging this shit. Yeah. Yeah. That's why you're touching grass now. That's why I'm touching grass now. Virtually. Because I can't afford to touch grass outside right now. It's too hot. But yeah. I will say this though. This is gonna be like super sappy, but on the topic of like, you know, streaming and everything. Despite how tiring it is for me right now, like I try to maintain like some consistency with streaming, at least maybe stream once a week. Not really because I wouldn't really call it because I'm on that number grind. Not really. Not really. I think the moment that I think about grinding for the numbers, I think that's when I'm going to entirely lose my joy of doing this. But it's more like I want to build that kind of discipline with myself, even if I consider this like not a full-time job and everything. I try to steam. I try to steam like a dump. I try to stream like at least once a week. On top of that, like you guys know that I'm in the middle of like producing some covers and also other videos, maybe lore, maybe just some silly snippets of this and that, yeah. And then, you know, little things that people sometimes don't take into account when it comes to streaming, like managing your design, creating a branding, customizing your model, making your thumbnail, even like spending 3 fucking hours setting up this stream so I can play the dead wife POV. Yeah. But you know, even though it's like really tiring, I'm really, really happy that I'm here and that I can do it, even if it's alone. You know, I don't know, it feels satisfying because in the end I feel like even if nobody, like even if I click go live and there's nobody watching me, like 0 viewer, I feel like this time like there's only me who can take the blame. And I know that sounds bad, but for me it's actually a very calming thought, you know, like there's no external factors and whatever now making decisions for me. It's just me, you know. So even if anything goes wrong, there's only like it narrows down the things that might have probably fucked it up, if you get what I'm saying. You are silly goofy, but you have gotten more calm and mature over the years. Thank, is that a I don't know if that's a good thing, but like thank you. Sorry if it's a bit oote, but can you make the BGM a bit more quiet? Sure, sorry about that. There you go. By the way, I was promised quests. Your quests is to steal the 200 goblin cheese that I gave to AC Walker. I want you guys to fight for the goblin cheese. Oh hey, I caught this stream live. Hello, good morning. Or at least it's morning on my end. But yeah. So yeah. You never take me alive. Goblin cheese, goblin cheese. That's what I was asking in chat. Does the existence of goblin cheese imply that it's made out of like goblins, like the milk of goblins? Like, does that imply that goblins lactate? Or are you saying that, it's like saying Italian cheese, just like cheese that is cultivated by the Italians? Implying that Italians don't lactate, but they never mind. We're not gonna get into that discussion. Goblins are mammals, that is true. Huh? Like what? Lactate? Roll hunger check. Okay, don't dot me. I'm sorry to any Italians in the chat. Why did I drag you guys into this? Okay, you can't keep milking everyone you come across. I bet. Bet. Your friends are getting concerned. I don't see them. You see any blue name people in the chat telling me to stop? That's right, my mods aren't here. None of you are safe. Tomato? No tomato. Oh, never mind. Edo is here. I will shut up now. Well, Warhammer goblins are fungus, or that is actually true. I never thought about that. Then again, that's probably because I watch people play Warhammer, but I don't play Warhammer myself. Maybe I should. I don't know. Edo, please do something. Edo, don't do anything. Edo, don't do anything. But yeah. I don't know. Would you guys the most surprising, playing Warhammer is a horrible financial decision. I mean, how expensive is the game? Warhammer. Let me see. Holy fuck. Never mind. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Are we talking about the video games or the tabletop? I assume you're talking about the video games. How much for the tabletop? Just the PC game, but how much is the... I was googling, guys, I'm Indonesian, I have a weak ass currency, okay? I have a weak ass currency, I have a weak ass passport, and I have a weak ass immune system. I'm pretty fucking weak here. How much for the tabletop? Warhammer tabletop. How much for the... What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, okay. Sorry for being Indonesian lah ya. It's like 500 to 1,000 bucks for an army of tabletop. Insane. That's insane. The minis are expensive. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. Ooh, that is one of my goals though. Like a while back, I made this tweet where I said like, after I'm done participating in Komifuro, like the Indonesian Komiket, like there's like 4 goals that I have. One is to like release one of my covers to YouTube. It's on the way. And like 2, host a Minecraft server. It made me cry for 3 days, but I did that. And then 3, open my commissions to the public. We're getting there. I'm actually a bit shy about opening my commission page to the public because I've only taken clients privately so far, but I'll unshy myself soon. And 4, I want to DM my own TRPG game, and I haven't gotten to that just yet. Wait, there's a Minecraft server? Yeah, for me and my friends. And I was in charge of paying the bills for it, and then I forgot to pay the bill for it one time, and then they deactivated the server. So yeah, probably gonna have to start from square one. No, our server, I built so many. Your dog, Edo, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was my fault. You do commissions, I do anything. Well, that makes it sound bad, but I'm a I need money kind of girl. I'm so sorry, friends. That was entirely my fault. In my defense, why didn't the server hosting give me an alert through my email that my bills were unpaid? They gave me an alert for the previous months, and then for December and January in particular, they didn't give me any notification for the bill. So, and then I forgot about it. No, I mean that's also my bad, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, okay. I guess it really is my fault. If you're wondering, like, hey, you do commissions? What kind of commission? Any fucking commission. Okay. I'm a I need cash kind of girl. I got a family to feed. I need money kind of girl. You want me to draw? You got it. You want me to make a concept art? You got it. You want me to make like a VTuber logo? I recently made a VTuber logo, if you guys want to see it on Twitter, and I'm so proud of it. I'm not a graphic design person. You do weddings, I do weddings. Yeah, pay me to come to your wedding as a clown, I'll do it. For Pandava, yeah. I was really proud of it. I know, like, at the Sadewa, get the fuck out. Bro, get the fuck out. Get out. Why are you here? Get out. Get out. You've triggered the homunculus. See what you did? You see what you did there? Get out of here. Gue omongin orangnya nongol anjir. No. No. If Sadewa is here now, it means he's been lurking. Yeah, I know he a fan of me. That's right. I'm calling him out. Bitch, I know you're a fan of me. I'm sorry. Fine. Oh no, don't be angry. Oh no, is that the famous Sadeva Sagara? But yeah, I know that you guys might be thinking like, hey, why are you saying you don't have any experience in graphic design? Didn't you go to art school? Well, let me clarify it for you guys. I did go to art school, but I didn't major in graphic design. Okay, you know what my major was in art school. I am actually a game design girly. Okay, which means that I don't know jack shit about graphic design. Okay, I'm a UI UX communication and like game design girly. My focus is about experience. Okay, my focus is about psychology and experience is not through the unemployment route. The unemployment route. Why do you think I'm streaming right now? Why do you think I'm streaming right now? But yeah, the good side is that I really enjoyed the study because I think I'm pretty good. Let me just glaze myself a little bit. I think I'm pretty good at designing and being able to empathize with people's desires and like their way of thinking. So I really do enjoy UI UX and game design and everything. You know, basically like anything that provides experience, movies, games, applications, and whatnot. Yeah, I do like that. Uh, but on the downside, because we focus a lot more on experience versus like experience and psychology versus like aesthetics, that does mean that I wasn't really like emphasized in learning graphic design. So trust me when I say that graphic design is my enemy. I thought designer in Indonesia means you can design graphic, fashion, interior, house. Wouldn't you like to know I do all of them? I do all of them. Like I said, I need money kind of girl. So yeah, being able to make like logos, especially like VTuber logos like the one I did for Sadewa, um I know in comparison to someone who's been probably doing like logos, company logos, VTuber logos for a lot longer than I have, maybe it's not anything like amazing or anything, but regardless, I'm actually really proud of that work. You know why? Because guys, I drew that font, the font that I used for Sadewa's logo. I sketched that from I drew that with my own hands. I had to design the font and everything, and holy fuck did it take me a long time. Sadewa was like, "Hey girl, how's it going with my logo?" And I was like, "Girl, shut up. I'm trying to I'm trying to mengukir your font here." And then Sadewa be like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Just be patient, man." So the way that I made it is that I collected a few fonts that I figured would suit the client. In this case, is Sadewa, and Sadewa is a bartender, and he has like yellow and brown as his main color, and the fact that he has those color and he's like a bartender immediately screams like something a bit more simple but sophisticated to me, which he also agreed on. So good means that our ideas align. I love it when my ideas and my clients' ideas align, you know. Means we can skip the whole like discussion and everything. So I started researching like fonts that I think might suit as like the baselines and everything. But here's the thing, like a lot of the good, like really fancy decorative fonts that I eventually end up liking, um, obviously, obviously most of them are like copyrighted fonts, right? You have to pay for them, and you might even have to pay them to be used for commercial usage, in which case obviously Sadewa was going to use it for commercial because you know he's a VTuber. Yeah, Obviously, even though we really like those fonts as a base for the entire logo and typography, we can't use it. So I was like, damn. And I was like, wait, why don't I just take the good qualities of all these fonts that I like and I mash them together, you know? And then and then they give birth to a new font. So that's what I did. So I took the little itty bitty things from all the fonts that I like, and then it took me like a few days to to like scratch and scribble them. I was like, and then I'd show it to the client, just like, what do you think of this? And then he's like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, eventually I figured it out. So yeah. Well, anyway, coming from a girl who didn't study graphic design and especially like fonts and typography, I think I did pretty well. I'm happy with it. The client seems happy with it. He could be lying, but like I think he seems happy with it. So I think it's all good. Did you make a complete typeface? No, because I am not that crazy. Bruh. So yeah, there you go. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Meow. Hello, good morning, meow. But that's actually one of the other good points I've experienced since I started doing streams, is that since I've started doing streams, I think I've forced myself to improve my eye visually. Like, I'm sure this is not always necessarily the case with everybody, but me personally, I feel like my pride will be put into question if I don't give a shit about the graphic design of my stream. That's why I put a lot of time in it. Because I actually want my streams to look visually appealing, so yeah. Good morning, Kay. Good morning! Good morning, guys. Oh, my stomach's rumbling a little bit. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I was just drinking coffee, and you know, coffee's a little bit of a laxative, so ooh, my stomach's rumbling, but yeah. What else? Sometimes I do voice acting commissions. That's the one that most people actually don't know about me. But I did that like so long ago. It's not something that I really indulge on these days. Hello, Kay. Hello. Coffee is a laxative? I mean, it is a laxative for me. Coffee makes me want to poop. Girl, you really do anything and everything. I do. If I can do it, I'm like, you know that service in Indonesia where you literally call a guy and he's like, if I can do it, I'll do it. the do anything Johnny. I'm John Commission. I used to do voice acting commission, but that was years and years ago. That was years and years ago. That was even way before I had like a good quality mic and everything. So yeah, looking back, I think if I have to hear the quality of my work back then, I'd be so embarrassed. I'd be like, John Palugada. There's a reason why my convention circle, my artist alley circle is called Palugada. Yeah. The reason why I got into voice acting for a bit is when I was younger, I was really into ASMR. And no, I don't mean this is kind of embarrassing, but like whatever. This is kind of embarrassing, but it's embarrassing for me, but it's like entertainment for you guys. So yeah, let me torture myself with it. Um, I by ASMR I don't mean the ASMR things, the like, hey guys, I'm going to scratch your brain now. No, I don't mean those kind of ASMRs, you know. Sometimes I mean the like, bully falls in love with you and then falls down the stair kind of ASMR. Or my favorite ones are actually the ones that started out like that. They start out like BFE, GFE ish, and then it actually has plot, and then the creator actually expands the plot. And I was like, what? And then they make an entire universe of it. I'm like, what? And so it ends up being more like audio drama than it is ASMR. I mean, I do indulge a lot in like Japanese audio dramas too. So I guess like that's like a big push. I was also a big fan of like the Magnum Archive. So there you go. So yeah, eventually I actually got quite close to one such creator who did like those type of ASMR videos, and I would start helping them with their videos by providing additional voices. Okay, are you saying that we might have actually stumbled in your voice in the good old internet? Maybe, who knows? Maybe, who knows? But I was definitely not using like KarmicKrow as a name back then. But like yeah, I used to help by providing additional voices. So yeah. What kind of Japanese audio drama? The kind that uses a lot of squelching sound effects. Is that what you wanted to hear? Is that what you wanted to hear? Because that's the truth. Are you happy now? Are you happy that I humiliated myself here? Nah, I'm not humiliated. Like I'm proud to admit. Yeah. I listen to the hentais and the yaoi audio drama. I'm not ashamed of it. I paid for it. Why would I be ashamed of it? Why would I be ashamed of it? Some people don't pay for porn. Me, I'm a civilized lady. I pay for porn. I go to the DL site and I convert my money to yen and I buy it. I support the creators. I'm not ashamed to admit it. not trying to judge people who get porn for free, but like I pay for my porn. Can I ask the same question that you gave me last night? Shut the fuck up, Idol. I know what you're gonna ask. It's because last night I was asking my friends like, "Hey guys, what's your favorite hentai tag?" You think that's gonna embarrass me? You think asking me what my favorite hentai tag is gonna embarrass me? I'm not embarrassed at all. I'm actually quite proud of it. You know why? Because there's like only maybe the tag is so niche that like there's only maybe less than 200 work of it. Maybe only like less than 100 work of it in hentai. So, what are they? Get ready. My favorite tag is petrification. Yeah, there you go. Okay, go now. Scatter now. You have your information. You think I'm ashamed of it? No, I'm not. There you go. My favorite tag is petrification. There you go. Huh? Huh? Yeah, I knew. I knew. I knew people were gonna judge me. I'm not ashamed. What? Yes. Respectable. Thank you. know, this isn't even discussed. I'm perplexed. Nah, I'd never kink shaming. You know that Vine video? Oh my god, mentioning Vine in the great year of 2026, but like that Vine video that's like, kink shaming is for losers. Well, kink shaming is my kink. Not even time stop. No. It doesn't get me as excited as petrification. What's Vine? Shut up. Mid-tier bait. I'll bite. So Vine is gonna. Okay, so maybe like 2 years ago, like a bunch of my friends were in a call with me in Discord, and like somehow the talk became about hentais. I don't know why. And then like they started teasing me like, oh, like Kay always acts like she's like tough shit, but I bet you that her favorite tags for like BLGL whatever is some fua fua shit, you know. And I'm like, nope, no it's not. And they're like, oh yeah, prove it. And then I said like petrification, and they were like, what? So I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, why don't you go to Hentai and find out? And they're like, why is there so little work that uses petrification? And I'm like, yeah. And they were like, okay, why do you even like it? And I'm like, because it is my way of facing my fears. Because if you know me, you know that I have a heavy trauma and fear of snakes. I got ophidiophobia really bad. Really bad, to the point that if I see anything serpent-like, I want to puke and scream and cry. It's really bad. But the thing is, petrification tag, they almost always use Gorgon-like beings, Medusa-like beings, Lamia-type beings as the one doing the petrification, you know? So yeah, how many of you, can I ask, like you want to shame me for liking petrification? Well, how many of you can bravely say that you jack off while you face your fears? That's right, not a lot of people. Exposure therapy, yeah. This is me reclaiming my fear, okay? This is like my journey of healing. So yeah. Is called scaroused, yeah. Oh, that's valid. Thank you. So yeah. And then my friends started reading some of the works there, and they were like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but notice how there's almost always snakes in the hentai. Does that freak me out? Yeah, it kind of freaks me out, you know. But like sometimes some really sexy shit is also happening there, and I'm like, I'm kind of intrigued, you know. I'm kind of like, huh, you know what? I'm really scared, but like I'm also enticed. So like I don't know how to feel about this. So therefore, as long as I don't feel 100% fear, I'll take it. Honestly, a compelling argument. Thank you. Telling my therapist I'm gonna jork the fears away. Honestly, guys, jork your fears away. Honestly, yeah. You know what? Honestly, if it helps you face your fears, right? Jork it away, my dude. I'm the friend. I'm the one who's traumatized. It's because you asked. It's because you challenged me, Edo. How many times do I have to tell you? Never challenge Kay. I'm literally built like an anime protagonist, you know. My life never gives me a time to relax, okay? Never challenge me. Oh, jeez. They really should add a Medusa or Gorgon tag instead of lumping them into Monster Girl. I actually kind of agree. I think there's like a specific tag for Lamia. I'm not sure. Might want to check that, but I've never seen a tag for like Gorgon in specific. So yeah, there are places with Gorgon tags if you know where to look. I know where to look. What the hell? Yep. Yep. Thank you for that, Antares. Jesus fucking Christ. I do. Yeah. Don't leave us hanging there, dude. Like I do. One thing that sometimes annoys me when I'm browsing hentai is sometimes I'd come across like horror hentais, horror porn, you know, and I think like, oh, it involves ghosts, so I get where the horror tag is coming, but I bet it's not that scary. And then I read it, and it's actually scary. It's actually scary. They have full on spreads where you get jump scared by the ghost. They make the scariest faces ever, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the what the not guro. No. It's not gore or anything. They're just scary. They actually jump scare you. It's actually real scary ghost horror stuff, you know? They actually jump scare you with the pages, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I thought people came here to jack off. What the hell is this shit? I was like, what the hell, man? Now I actually can't sleep. So, like, if one was jorking it while they... Yeah, exactly, that's what I mean. I'm like... I think the jump scares just killed the mood there. I don't know. Jeez. Alright, Kay, now you share. Drop that title. I'll look it up. But I remember the kind of ghost that it was. Do you guys know that Japanese ghost that has this really tall lady, really tall, big lady, long hair, that wears like this hat? This sun hat and everything, and all she says is just like po, bo or po, like yeah, that thing, you know. The 8-foot lady, Hachisaku. There you go, Hachi. Even saying it now gives me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, I'm so traumatized by that hentai. Yeah, the popo. Sorry, I just got a creepy feeling behind me. Yeah. Her. Basically, the hentai was involving her and like this protagonist, you know. And from the cover, I was like, oh, they're sexifying the lady, you know, the po lady. I've seen BL with this where they gender bend the lady into a guy, and it was really sexy. It was like, oh my. So I was like, I'll give this one a read, and then I read it, and then the hentai was actually scary, and I got jump scared by one of the pages, and then I couldn't sleep that night. So yeah. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? Good luck. Now she becomes an Oneshota icon nowadays. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I can't remember if the one I read also had a Shota protagonist or not. I think I wasn't even paying attention to that, to be honest with you guys. I was just so scared by the lady that I didn't give a fuck about anything else. I was like, oh, why is there a ghost lady in the cover? Let me read it. And I was like, what the hell? And then the more I read, I was like, what the hell? And then I got jump scared and I threw my phone away, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna sleep tonight. I think like they even have like I think they even have like Hachisaku-sama games nowadays. Like it's like a popular concept for a game. I've seen like trailers of like indie made games featuring her on Twitter running around. Thank you for the Rex, by the way. You're welcome. Was it the one where she pierced down from a stair? I can't quite remember. I'm telling you, when something traumatizes me, my brain just decides to erase it, so I can't give you guys too much details because I think my brain has decided to block out the memory. So yeah. Why do you guys think we like Lady Dimitrescu? That is true. But sometimes I feel like people get a bit too annoyingly into Lady Dimitrescu. Am I shaming people for saying that? I probably am. I'm not sorry. But like, do I have the hots for Lady Dimitrescu or like Lady Dimitrescu-esque characters? Yeah, like who isn't? But sometimes some people get a bit too annoyingly into her that sometimes I'm like, oh my god, we get it! We get it! Tall, big lady! Tall, big lady, big badoing kadong, we get it! Now shut up! I had one oomph on Twitter who just until now won't shut the fuck up about Lady Dimitrescu, and I'm like, shut up! Shut the fuck up! This is the exact same genre of people who simp over Makima being mommy. Exactly! Do you guys know the worst insult I've ever gotten in my life is during my previous job where like I had people who said like, oh, Kay is so Makima, she's so mommy. Excuse me. There's like multiple layers of wrong there. First of all, it was like, mommy, sorry, mommy, shut up. There's multiple. Oh yeah, Makima is such a mommy. Did you even read Chainsaw Man? You fucking tourist. I can't believe I'm using that term, but like, whatever, man. I've been a D1 fan of Chainsaw Man. I liked Chainsaw Man before people started liking Chainsaw Man. Same with Dungeon Meshi. Where's my cookie? Where's my cultured badge? But like anyway, really hate it when people are just like, oh, Makima is such a mommy. Shut the fuck up, you tourist. she is designed to be based out of like a mom. There's a reason why she's named Makima. Take away the key and you have mama. Yeah, that's her whole thing. But she's not the stereotypical mommy type of character. Okay, so there's some nuance to her character. Two, calling me Makima, calling me a mommy. I'm sorry, but you know, I might be an anime girl, but even anime girls have layers and nuance to them. How dare you call me mommy? How dare you call me mommy? I am a pathetic little baby is what I am. Makima is a mommy, just not in the way most people think. I know, exactly. Karmami, get out. Mods, banish them to the realm of nothingness. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Sorry. If you come to me and you tell me just like, oh my god, mommy, sorry, mommy, you don't exist. You don't exist. I hate it so much. I feel like it's such an insult to me because I am such an interesting, amazing person. Please don't take me seriously, but like, I am such a nuanced, layered, and interesting person, and having my identity boiled out into mommy, I should be allowed to shoot you for saying. I should be allowed to shoot somebody for saying. Ay, jeez. You're too unhinged to be mommy. More like I'm too incapable to be mommy. Do the social links feel like, yeah, man, you're not even confidant level 3 with me, and you want the rights to call me mommy? That ain't happening, bro. You know what my friends actually call me? It's not mommy. My friends, they already know me well enough that they know, oh yeah, Kay's too pathetic to be a mommy. If anything, she's the one who needs some mommying. That was so gross, I'm sorry. You know what my friends actually call me? Get this, my friends, or at least the closest ones to me, actually call, we have this shtick where they actually call me my lady. So there you go. Don't call me mommy. You can call me my lady though. Get a load of this guy, that's right. I don't like being called mommy, but my friends can call me my lady. I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. My liege, even better. Yeah, I have this shtick with my friends that whenever I need them, I'm like, guys, can you guys help me out? I'm like, I need help with something. And they come rushing and just like, milady, what do you require? And I'm like, yes, my loyal subjects. You just turn chat into Redditors with this milady shtick. My chats already are Redditors. The hell? Implying that my chats aren't Redditors from the get-go. Is that an insult? I'm sorry. But I know what you are. You see, chat, there's this thing called YouTube Analytics, where I can see where most people who come to my stream, where they come from, okay? I know how many percentage and people click on this stream from their homepage, from their subscribe page. I can see who comes here from the link I post in Twitter, and I can see the amount of people who come to the stream because somebody must have posted it on Reddit, because I can see that too. Okay? So none of this like, I'm not a Redditor, I'm not a dead. Lies. Do not dare lie in front of me, mortal. This is my realm. I can see everything. Jeez. It's really funny whenever I talk to my friends and I'm like, oh, I guess somebody must have like talked about me in Reddit or other sites. I don't know. Maybe they even shared my stream. I don't know why they would do that, but whatever. But like, they must have shared it there. And I was like, how do you know? Oh my god, you guys! Like, she must have eyes everywhere. Are you like in the deep web? I'm like, no, silly. I can see it in my YouTube analytics. Where group keluarga, that's right. I know when you share my stream to your grandma. I'm like, no, guys. It's called actually paying attention to your YouTube analytics, okay? Also, I wanted to comment on the. I mean, you do take the clown mother role from what you've said. Yeah, I mean, I do know that I tend to be the more motherly one, especially in my friend groups. But see, guys, here's how you differentiate the like like KarmicKrow fans and real KarmicKrow fans. What the fuck am I saying? Like real KarmicKrow fans know that KarmicKrow is motherly out of duty, not out of like actual desire to be motherly. Okay, I am stuck in this role. It is a curse. Okay. Real KarmicKrow fans know that she actually just wants to be an unthinking silly girly, but you know, responsibilities dictate otherwise. So yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I fear that my friends sometimes feel bad for me because you know, my friends are always aware of the kind of responsibilities that I have to upload in real life. Uh, my friends know that, you know, in real life, when I'm taking care of my family, protecting my family, like generating income, doing the family business and whatnot, I am a complete 180 from this K. That K is far more ruthless, kind of cringe. But if you like Epic the musical, you know that song that Poseidon sang to uh what's his name again, Odysseus, where he says that ruthlessness is just mercy upon yourself. Yeah, I've been extremely blunt and kind of a bitch sometimes and ruthless in my effort to protect my family. Do I like being that? No, but I have a responsibility and a duty to uphold, not just to my family, but to the well being of so many people. And the pressure is mounting, and when it does become like that, I don't have the luxury to be a good person, you know? So, yeah. Um, sometimes I didn't realize just how pitiful that might have looked like for some of my friends who only know me as like silly little K who does silly little things, you know. One time a friend of mine, they started playing Persona 4 for the first time because they've never played Persona 4 ever. So we were like really excited. We're like, oh my god, I want to see you play. So we all watch them play Persona 4. And then they got to that part in Yukiko's castle, you know, where, well, spoiler alert, but like, Persona 4 is all about, you know, confronting your true self, even if your true self is ugly and full of fears and insecurity. And for Yukiko in particular, her entire deal is that she's burdened by responsibility to her family and to her family business, and she tries to put up this like calm collected like, yeah, like I guess I'm happy doing this, ha 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 ha, on the outside, but on the inside she just wants to run away. She just wants to be like whisked away by a prince charming and then like be freed of those familiar responsibilities and whatnot. So when you get into Yukiko's domain, her inner palace, you know, her shadow, her true self, during the battle against her, she takes the form of this bird in a cage, you know? So yeah. And then and then my friend, when he got to that part where Yukiko's shadow, her true self, transforms into the boss, and it was a bird in a cage, you know, trying to get free. He literally paused the game, and then he was like, okay, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what? And she was like, and then everyone was saying, oh, okay, she's just like you. And I'm like, what? What? Okay. Yeah, man. So that's why you're a bird. I guess so. To be honest with you guys, I didn't have like a philosophical reason why I chose like a crow for me to latch onto. My streamer is a Yukiko Kini, ain't no way. Okay, I might laugh stupidly like Yukiko. I might be as annoying as Yukiko. I love her, but she's so annoying sometimes in an affectionate way, you know. But I actually can cook, alright? Or you know, if not Yukiko, my friends would play Persona 3 for the first time, and when they actually start to get to know Mitsuru, you know, with her being like the heir to the family business and like the lady, and turns out Mitsuru is just a silly little goober, you know, who's trying to live up to her father's legacy. Again, they paused the game and they were like, okay. And I was like, shut up. I was like, shut up. But like that's the whole reason why my friends started calling me my lady. Oh god. So yeah. Back to the topic of birds. I didn't actually have a philosophical reason why I chose crow as like my spirit animal, if you will. I think I just remembered that I wanted to choose an animal that wasn't colorful in design because a little bit depressing, but like I think somebody like me doesn't fit like a stereotypically pretty colorful type of animal, you know. So yeah, and then I was like, you know, I'd like to be a bird. Birds are silly, they're kind of small, but they're like I don't know what that means, but you know, the way that birds jump and they open their mouths like I was like, wow, they're kind of cute, you know. Maybe I can just choose a bird, you know, but let's not do like a colorful bird or anything like that. Let's do something that's like as somber as my heart. So I chose a crow. Joke's on me, because then my friends told me like, you know that crows are actually smart as hell, and I'm like, god damn it. And they were like, if you really wanted to be dumb, you should have chosen an ostrich. And I was like, are ostriches dumb? But like, okay, maybe I should have chosen an ostrich then. I'm a heck off back to work now. Have fun for the rest of the stream. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah. I don't know. I just thought that I wouldn't fit like a soft looking, colorful looking animal. So I think I settled with something that's a bit more plain, more simple in coloring and shape. So yeah, I chose a crow. I don't know. I thought that it fits me. Yeah, okay, maybe because I chose crows because crows are also edgy. I mean, a group of crows are called like murder. So if I'm a crow and you guys are like fellow crows hanging out with me, maybe I can call you guys like, oh, what's up, my murder? Hey, what's up, my murders? Welcome back to the street. Oh, that's so cringy. But like, yeah. Oh man. Did I have any other reasons for choosing a bird? I don't know. That was honestly all my reasonings were. I just didn't think I'd choose like I would fit any other animals. And maybe the whole like bird trying to be free symbolism came later on, after after I had to take over the family business and everything, after I've gotten where I am now position wise. That's when the symbolism comes to play. But back then I was just thinking like, what's the quickest way to be edgy? If we convert people to become your viewers, would you call the action murderize them? Chat slay. Chat slay them. Oh man. Hold on, let me drink my coffee. I'm not gonna lie. I think I've just always gravitated towards like edgy, witchy, sombery, dark colored animals. Like my earliest OC that I used as my persona back in like DeviantArt days, back when I was in school and everything, is obviously based out of a black cat, because everybody's a black cat, you know, like, oh, nobody wants the black cat's so mysterious, says like half of the population of edgy teenagers. I'm so different than the others. Other people are calico cats and I'm a black cat, says 80% of the population. But yeah. I do have this habit though, because I've decided to use like birds as my thing, that I have like different Twitter accounts for different things. I have my KarmicKrow account, and then like I have my sub account, my Helio Heron, whatever you want to call it. And I have a private account for my rants and my IRL friends to be friends with me, for my ventings about real life and everything. And I have the account that I use to bookmark porn. And all of those accounts are named after birds. So yeah, I guess it just becomes a thing with me. Like funnily enough, like you are bird brain. I am so unsure. na 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 in life. She's secretly vague tweeting about us, chat. Believe it or not, I rarely complain about you guys. Look at that, chat. You guys should be proud of yourself. If you don't believe me, you can ask my mods. I rarely complain about you guys. You guys are good noodles. At least for the standard of like streamer chats, you guys are good noodles. I rarely complain about you guys, even though I get rage bait a lot. But yeah, I rarely complain about streaming. But is this true? I mean, I don't know. I mean, even the lurkers, come out for a bit. It's time for me to appreciate you. Most of the time, my I use my personal account to rant about real life. No, what the fuck? Let me appreciate you. Let me appreciate my lurkers. Let me give you guys a gold star, a gold noodle, a KarmicKrow seal of approval. Why is there so many lurkers? I just realized now. But it's okay. I appreciate the lurkers. Bug spray. What the hell? Don't spray the lurkers. Okay, you're scaring the birds. I'm sorry. Thanks for the appreciation, mother. Yes, yes. Remember, it's mother, never mommy. Or my lady. Or my liege. My liege is the best. Pick your poison. What do you mean you didn't think there's so many lurkers? It's because I make a habit of not looking at my stream CCV when I'm streaming. So like right now, I actually have no idea how many people is actually watching me right now. I don't know if that's a bad habit or a good habit, but I don't like looking at it. Sometimes I look at it if I'm really curious about something, but for most of the time, I don't know. Most of the time, I don't know. All I know is that there's more than, yeah, there's at least 3 people. There's more than 5 people here. Like 4 at most. Yay! Oh, God. The reason I do that, well, I mean, I think most people can already tell it doesn't have a good origin as to why I keep that as a habit, but let's just say that in a few lifetimes ago, there was a moment where I had to kind of obsess over how many people were watching me because the pressure was rather insane, or at least that's how I felt back then. And I don't know, like obsessing, I understand that I'm not trying to be a hypocrite here and say that I don't care about my numbers ever. I don't care about how many people, like, I don't care about the analytics and the numbers. No, I do care. But there's like a difference between caring about it, researching it, trying to find way to improve yourself and the way you put out your content, and there's like obsessing over it, you know. And I used to be stuck in a place where I have no choice but to obsess over it. And oftentimes I felt like it eventually becomes like a scale of my own self-worth. And man, I didn't like the way it felt. I didn't like the way it felt at all. And I'm not saying that, oh, that's how it is with most people. I don't think so. I think for some people, maybe they don't feel bad about it. Maybe that's like the right type of motivation that they need to actually succeed, you know, in like doing this as a full-time job. But for me right now, first of all, this isn't my full-time job or anything. If I can make this work into something that's like monetizable and gives me like a steady income, sure, then it'll be my full-time job. But for now, obviously it's not. So I don't have that kind of pressure on me. Second of all, after the whole experience and me having to relearn my self-worth after all of that, I just don't want to know. I just don't want to know. That's good enough for me. The fact that one other person wanted to hear me yap, let alone multiple, is good enough for me. That's what I feel too. You know, that's what I feel too. So yeah, I think it would be different if this is like a full-time job, and especially if, let's say, I'm a VTuber and I'm under like an agency, a corporation, a circle, or something where, you know, things are actually at stakes, and I'm actually empowered and supported and highly encouraged to, you know, chase the numbers, chase the big bucks. Then yeah, you know, I'd feel highly obligated to care a lot, you know, about numbers, but as I am right now, I don't want to know. Is monetization still far away, milady? I think we're about halfway there. I need 3,000 public watch hour to apply for monetization, and I think last time I checked, which is about 2 nights ago, or was it last night? I think it was 2 nights ago. We're at half, like 1,400. Why is my nose so stuffy? Hold on. Eh, eh, sorry. Yeah, we're about half, already halfway. Yeah, I'm really happy about that too. It's like faster than I expected. It's easy to feel discouraged when you're put together with people with hundreds, thousands of subs, say, sometimes, but I don't know. I think the younger me, old me, would feel severely discouraged and insecure about it for understandable reasons. But I think I changed as a person a lot too. And my views on things also change, and I think the me that I have now doesn't really care about that. I mean, there's lots of like YouTubers, streamers, channels, um even people that I'm like close friends with who has like higher follower count or like higher subscriber count than me. Lately, I find that I don't have the energy in me to be petty about that all the time, like I could be when I was like younger and dumber about things. Lately, I just see that and I'm just like, you know what? Good for them. Good for them, you know? Hopefully, this year we got monetization. I hope so too. Although, if I got monetization, it does mean that you guys might get ads when you watch me, so I'm really sorry about that. You could have YouTube Premium, or you could just, get ad blocks. You could get Premium, or you could just use ad blocks, okay? I have friends that stream to 2 or 3 viewers and we still have fun. That's the spirit. And I don't mind, really. Ad blocks wouldn't get you income, no. No, but I don't really care. I don't really care because honestly, to tell you guys the truth, when I can't afford to spend too much money on subscriptions and I have to let go of my YouTube Premium and whatnot, I use ad blocks too. So I feel it's unfair if I use ad blocks and then I tell my viewers, you can't use ad block on me ever. Nah, it's not fair. It's not fair. Do as you will. Monetization, non-monetization. As I said, it would be nice if I could turn this into an incomeable hobby, but if not, that's entirely fine with me too. What's the point of monetization then? I could enable membership. What am I gonna do with membership? Nothing. But I was thinking of maybe opening like a $1, $2 membership just to unlock emotes. Jeez. I don't want to do membership streams. I don't want to do membership streams because I don't have enough energy. I don't have enough time of the day to be able to come up with content for the regular viewers and content for the membership. I don't have enough brain juice I'm I'm being really honest, by the way. It's not that, I'm not trying to look down on people who do memberships. Memberships are just like Patreon, right? Yeah, I can't, I don't have enough time and energy to continuously brainstorm, like, oh, for the regular viewers I'm gonna do this, but like for the membership I'm gonna do that. I don't have the energy to do that. So I just decide that every single thing that I post is gonna be available to everyone. Okay, I don't have the energy to separate you guys like that. So the only option that I think I'm gonna have is just like a $2 membership for like emotes or something. So yeah, there you go. Can we later get funny emotes? Yeah, you can. There you go. I do remember there's this ad block that clicks on ads but doesn't let it pop up on you. It also helps randomize your ad profile. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'll take note of that. Honestly, Patreon might be better. Surely they take less cut than Google, just no emotes. The thing is, again, same with my problem with not wanting to have membership. Even if I have Patreon, I just don't have enough energy to plan two different things, I don't have enough energy and time in a day to plan, like, oh, I'm gonna release this and this and this content for the regular viewers, and then I'm gonna plan this and this and this and showcase this and this and this for my um membership or my Patreons. I don't think I can do that right now. Maybe later when I've worked up enough stamina, but definitely not right now. But what if people just want to give you money? Well, monetization also unlocks the ability to super chat me. So I guess if you really want to support me, thank you by the way, holy fuck. But if you really want to support me, I mean, I have platforms like Traktir for the local from my ID homies, and then I have like Streamlabs and like Super Chat and whatnot, and I'm fine with that. So yeah. So yeah, that's motivation. So yeah, that's why I don't know. Um, my friend told me that he really likes the way that I engage with my community. Oh, I have a little community now. Oh, that's so nice and wholesome. Anyway, fua over, but like anyway, uh, I really, it really felt nice that he told me he likes the way I engage with my community, because he feels that I try my best to appreciate the people who come here for me. And then, I try to make my content accessible for everybody. And I'm like, ah, man, that's such a nice compliment. But you need to know one thing. I'm not doing that like, I'm not like making my content accessible and like encouraging people to use adblock and whatnot because I'm a good person. Uh, uh, I'm doing that because I'm a lazy motherfucker. More than half of the things that I do in this stream, I do because I'm a lazy motherfucker. Work smarter, not harder. I'm always motivated by like, but like, why would I spend time and energy to make two different plans, two different content for like two different ranges of my community when I can just think of one thing, and everybody gets it. It's also why I know some of you have asked me like, Kay, what about Discord? Like, don't you want to have a Discord server? Look, man, do I like the idea? Yeah. Do I feel like I might not have the energy to moderate and keep it alive? Yeah, I fear I don't have the energy for that. Lazy, you literally stayed up till 3 a.m. for the stream. Um, buddy, I'm kind of this thing I'm kind of this thing. I have this thing that people call the tizzy. I'm a bit diagnosed with this thing called the autism, so that's just my tizzy. But exactly, that's what I mean. I would hyper focus so much in my stream and the little things that and like the little things that I have to do that I don't have the energy to do anything else. Okay? Okay, excuse me. Can't the girl be a little dizzy these days? Oh man, I don't know. I don't even know what my uh I don't think I have the energy moderating Discord. Yeah, it's not that I don't want to engage with my community. Heck, if I don't want to engage with my community, why the hell would I even bother like posting silly things on my YouTube post and whatnot, right? Or like replying to your comments or like hearting your comments. Like I do all of that because I want to engage with my community, you know? Um but I don't even know what I'm gonna do with a Discord server. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do there? Like, am I gonna have like a weekly thing going on there? Like, hey guys, it's Friday. It's time to watch YouTube video essay. Everybody go into the VC. Like, um, and I say this with respect, and I hope you guys can understand this too. But one of the other reasons I'm like halting the idea of having like a Discord server for my little crowlings. I don't know if that's what I'm gonna call you guys. Whatever, man. Whatever. That's cringe. I'm gonna just call you guys chat. Whatever. Sorry. like, um, um, but one of the other reasons, big reason that I'm not even sure if I want to open a Discord server, is that I'm not even sure if I always want to directly engage with my community like that all the time 24/7. Like if I have a Discord server, I know some people where like they encourage themselves or they encourage the creator to actually go into the voice calls with their community, like and I'm saying this really honestly, I hope you guys can understand this. I'm not saying this out of disrespect, but I don't know if I'm comfortable with that yet. Maybe in the future, but for now, I'm not entirely sure if I'm comfortable with that. Point is, if I have a Discord server, I don't know just how close or not close I'm supposed to be with my community, because it's one thing to know the kind of TMI that I can give people on stream. It's a whole entire thing in a Discord server where people can ping you, people can DM you, people can call you and whatnot. So yeah, a level of separation is healthy. Yeah. Obviously I don't want it to be like too separate, like the entire thing of having this sort of stream, like a free talk stream and whatnot, is because I enjoy having discussions with you guys. But I feel like a big part of why I don't know if you guys enjoy like this little discussions and free talk, or excuse my Japanese, zatsudans that we're having here. But I really do severely enjoy it. But I have to admit that I do enjoy it because of that layer of separation. So yeah. Understandable. It's like not opening your house doors for strangers because you don't exactly know everyone. Yeah. And uh this is my personal take. And obviously there's going to be people who disagree, and that's fine, that's what takes are for. But my personal take is that I don't most public Discord servers, I don't like it when there's a vent channel. Don't open a churhat or vent channel in your server. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't put that mouse down. Don't do it. Don't you open that at voice chat category. Don't you do it. You're giving me PTSD, bro. Am I saying that vent channels are inherently bad? No, it's not. It can be a good place where people who don't have anywhere else to vent. Yeah, I get it. I'm someone who's vented in a vent channel in a public Discord before. I get it. But the reason why I don't really like seeing them, let alone having them in my personal server, is that it can get real messy. It can get real messy. It can get real messy, super duper messy. If you guys have like a vent channel in your like favorite servers, and so far it hasn't been insane, hey, good on you. Now that's a good usage of a vent channel. But most, maybe like 70% of the vent channels that I've seen in public servers that I've been in, that they weren't good. So that's why, based on the statistics that I've seen, I'm kind of iffy about it. Yuck. Yuck. Actually, hot take, but for me, in order to help with that degree of separation, I just think VTuber streamers as radio hosts and chat is just like their listener SMS system. Me too. That's what I feel too. I think the closest I would agree to having a Discord server is that if the server is just only text based and there's no like voice call there. So yeah. But I feel like if I do that, then people might ask like, but Kay, like community isn't about just you bonding with your community, but the community bonding with each other. What if they want to be in a call with each other? I don't know. Okay, you see what I mean? It gets so messy that I'd rather not have it. I'd rather not have it at all, because even if it's only text based, then I have to question myself like, okay, but then what would be the rules? What am I gonna do if somebody fights in the server? What am I gonna do if somebody brings up a really sensitive subject in the server? Like, what's my stance on that? Like, what kind of topic can people bring up in the server? Let's see. I I fear I don't have enough emotional maturity to manage that. And if I'm not mature enough to actually have it, then I shouldn't have it. So, yeah. They can have a call somewhere else. They can probably have a call somewhere else. VTubers and streamers are more so the direct evolution of radio personalities. Community is engaging with each other right here in chat. That is true. You guys talk to each other a lot. Why aren't you talking to me? Now I'm kind of jealous now. Aren't you supposed to be parasocial to me? I'm kidding. Am I? I'm kidding. But on the topic of like radio personalities, that is actually how I hide my streaming activities to my extended family. Most of them don't know that I, stream, or like was a streamer, or whatever you want to call it. And anytime they ask, I just tell them that I work in a radio station, and that explains why they can hear me talking to myself in my room. I swear I'm not, and they're like, is she crazy? Is she okay? Why is she talking to herself? And I'm like, I work in a radio. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, I work for a radio station, but not an Indonesian one. Like, I basically do that whole shtick where like, yeah, I have a girlfriend, but like, okay, but okay, Kay, but like, okay, who is she? You don't know her. She goes to a different school. Yeah, that's right. I used to tell them that I work as a radio host in a radio company. That's why they can hear me talking to myself from my room. And if they ask like, "Oh, how come? What radio? What's the Instagram?" I tell them, "Oh, I can't tell you because like I'm under contract, and also it's not an Indonesian radio anyway. It's like this English, sometimes Japanese radio. And because most of my extended family can't understand English, they're like, oh, okay. So yeah." You wouldn't know my radio station. She broadcasts in Canada. That's right. You wouldn't know my radio station. Yeah, I guess it's not that far. I think it's like a common strategy for VTubers, especially if they're under contracts or NDAs and they don't want their family to find out. Like I've heard multiple VTubers say that they just tell their family that they're like radio hosts. I think it's a really good comparison. I think it's a really good comparison. So yeah. Evenings in English with your host Kay. Yeah. I had a niece of mine asking me like, Auntie Kay, if you're a radio host, why don't you speak in Indonesian? Tanda kok tanda nggak ngomong pakai bahasa Indo? Soalnya kalau tante ngomong pakai bahasa Indo, tante itu cerewet banget, suka marah-marah, bacot banget, banyak banget bacotnya, ngomongin hal-hal yang nggak peduli, isinya tuh cuman ngamuk-ngamuk doang. So yeah. For the non-Indonesians, if you're wondering what I just said, it's nothing important. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. So it's fine to call you Tante. Yeah, I don't find. Guys, I don't find. What was that? Guys, I don't find. I'm fine if people call me auntie. It's fine. I am an auntie. I have nieces and nephews, and like, I'm like, what, 27? Yeah, it's fine to be an auntie. I don't find bottom text. Wow, English Jozu, shut up. Do you know how smart I am in Indonesian? Not that smart, but like... It's like Gloria from Modern Families. Do you know how smart I am in Spanish? This is me. Do you know how smart I am in Indonesian? Not that smart. but I speak faster because I don't have to think. Gak juga sih anjing. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Sorry. There goes the Indonesian in me again. Hello. Wah, ngegas, maaf. This is why I don't speak Indonesian. Bug spray. There goes the dog. Jeez. Oh, give me a moment. I need to reply somebody's WhatsApp. It's very important. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Tante lucu banget, traumanya apa? Banyak. Banyak. Tante traumanya banyak banget sampai tante didiagnosa PTSD. Was that TMI? Yeah, see, this is why I shouldn't manage a Discord server. Sorry, never mind. Moving on. Was that serious? I am being serious. Please keep trauma dump to vent. Thank you. Wait, really? Oh my god. You know what? It's not really something that I'm ashamed to talk about. It's just, obviously, it's a private thing. So when I do talk about it publicly, obviously I don't talk about the context of it, but I don't mind telling people that, yeah, I have PTSD. I'm not even joking. Is this TMI? Should I put this in the vent? Should I put this in the vent channel? And usually I don't inform people this for like the pity points, you know? Not even like oh please don't be mad at me. Please don't expect things. I'm like actually genuinely a traumatized person, but it's more like if the context is necessary, I'll tell people. Or, sometimes when we are talking about mental health and everything, yeah, I tell people. I'm not really I'm not ashamed of it. I just don't like talking about the details, obviously. So yeah. It's something that I've been struggling with for a very long time. But, I've been seeing a professional for the past, how long has it been? The past 2 years ish. It's gotten a bit more routine for the past 1 year, and I think it's helped me, you know, maybe not like to an extreme amount of degree, because things like that don't just go away. You just learn how to live with it, but it's helped me. So yeah. Actually serious. Hashtag serious. Hashtag this goes to the vet channel. So yeah. Sorry. Because I feel like I talk a lot about the bad things that happen in my life in my streams, but even then I cherry pick the things that I tell you guys, because I hope it doesn't offend you guys if I say this, but I don't want my community or you guys to feel like you have to babysit me or my feelings, I don't know. I guess even if I'm not an entirely capable person all the time, I do want my community to think that I'm a capable person, because I don't want people to tiptoe around me And I don't want people to look at me and see like a traumatized person and that's it, you know. I don't want people to see like a hashtag broken person and that's it, you know. I don't like the feeling. You should, Kate. No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. Not saying that, you know, other people cannot have the community dynamic where the community does babysit the creator. I mean, if it works for you, good for you, but I don't like that. I don't like feeling that way. I don't like it when people tiptoe around me. It's nice to have people who are considerate of my feelings, but being considerate of my feelings and engaging with me as like a person on the internet versus like babysitting me like I'm some kind of baby is two different things. I like the former, I don't like the latter. So yeah, that's why. It doesn't feel good. So yeah. I know that people mean well when they tell me like, "Okay, you know, it's okay for your like community if they want to pamper you and whatnot." Yeah, I won't say no to that, but I don't like I really don't like it when if my community is too much like, "Oh, Kay can't handle this, so I shouldn't say that," or like I shouldn't say something truthful because blah 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 blah. I don't think I would enjoy that. So yeah. So yeah. I don't know. Again, I think it helps at that degree of separation, you know, because I get the I think it's important for me to be able to pick and choose the the bad things and the traumas of my life that I do share with you guys, and which ones that I don't share with you guys, which one that I reserve for myself, and which one do I reserve for people who are actually involved in my life. Um, I feel like, how do I put it? Wow, why did this discussion become so serious? Okay, it's hashtag serious time. Um, I've had people try to dox me before, and yeah, I get it. It's the internet and whatnot, it's inevitable. Uh, but I wasn't like disappointed or angry at the whole inevitableness of having people trying to dig around my personal life and whatnot. You know, I wasn't born yesterday. I've been in the internet long enough to know that yeah, like it's something that's unfortunately bound to happen. Yeah, I get it. But the reason why it felt so bad for me is that when people try to dox me or try to like dig around my personal life more than I am consenting willing to share, it feels a bit violating to me in a way that I lose that ability to choose which traumatizing part of my life do I actually feel fine sharing with people, if that makes sense, you know? Like all of the sudden, I don't have that choice anymore, and all that I am, all that bad stuff, and like um, my past and like my traumas and everything is just all out in the open, whether I wanted to or not. And then it's even worse that people take little crumbs of this that I didn't consent to share, you know, with the general public and whatnot, that they take little crumbs of it and then they eat it, and then afterwards they come to me and act like we've been friends for the longest time when I don't even know you. How did you know someone tried to dox you? Again, because I wasn't born yesterday. Again, because I wasn't born yesterday and I'm not a baby on the internet either. I think that people who spend too much time trying to dox people, especially like content creators, especially VTubers, I think there's one thing that they tend to forget about the internet, and that is that the internet goes both ways. You know, I think a lot of people get too caught up in the whole like, oh, yeah, um, I I know a secret about this person that you guys don't know. I think they get too caught up in the feeling of thrill, the excitement of feeling like you've just unlocked, like forbidden knowledge, that they forget that the internet goes both ways. And if you think you're watching somebody, somebody is also watching you. So yeah, really, it's not that hard to know if people are trying if people are trying to dox you. It's really not that hard. 80% of the time people are really careless. One time I even had to confront somebody. I I'm sorry guys, I have to admit sometimes I do get a bit unhinged in a way that when I get fed up with something, I will literally just knock on their door and talk with them, just like, hi, yeah, I know you've been trying to dox me, let's talk. One time I did confront somebody who I knew was preparing to dox some information about me, and I kid you not that when I told them like, oh yeah, I know it was you that said this in this website, and I kid you not, I'm surprised that they're surprised that I even know, they're like, how did you know? And I'm like, I wasn't born yesterday. I wasn't born yesterday, dumbass. Look, if you think it was easy for you to find certain sites, if you think it was easy for you to find certain sites, to find certain forums, like heck, to go on Reddit and say whatever the fuck you want over there, it is just as easy for me or for anyone out there to do the same, okay? That's the thing about internet. You think you're watching someone, but somebody else is always watching over you and you'll never know, right? So yeah. Yeah, I do envy that much free time, Jeez. But yeah, one time I talked to someone because I knew they betrayed my trust and they were doxing me, and they were like, "How did you know?" And I'm like, what? I'm not born yesterday, honey." Yeah, how did you know? Well, I actually have a set of arms, eyes, and brains. If you think it's easy to surf the internet, imagine that I think surfing the internet is just that easy as well, You and I might just spend different amount of time surfing the internet, right? But if I knew that somebody was doxing me or attempting to dox me, then and I go on that search, I'm gonna find you, okay? Oh, jeez. They were also surprised that I knew personal informations about them, but the reason why I stalked them to the point that I knew which university they went to, and the name of their parents, and their parents' occupation, and where they live and whatnot, is to show them that, hey, it doesn't feel good, right? Yeah. Like, you don't think it's kind of ironic for someone who's trying to dox someone that your own personal information is a mess? Yeah, okay. It does feel a bit mean because they were like, "How did you know my dad's name?" And I'm like, "Because your personal information security is shit." You don't think it's ironic that you're trying to dox me and a couple other people when your own information is out and about? In Google, I can just Google your alias and then your real name pops up, and after I know your real name, that's it. It really does come down to using Google correctly. It's not that hard. They aren't hackermen exactly. His OPSEC is garbo. Did this happen in Facebook? Surprisingly, no. Surprisingly, no. But yeah. That's kind of wild, but also, yeah. Most of the time, I don't really. I think I've outgrown the phase of my life where I hyperfixate on people who are trying to dox me and, trying to punish them. I think I've grown past that. At this point, I'm a bit like, you know what, man, whatever. You know what, man, whatever. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care. Like, who cares at this point? I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Like, there's people in the chat who has met me in Komifuro in real life. There's people in chat who've met me in like events. Seen my face. Shook hands with me, said hi to me, maybe even hear my friends call me in my real name and whatnot. Whatever, man. If I didn't want that to happen, I wouldn't have gone to those events, okay? So at some point I told myself, yeah, I care, but I also don't care, man, whatever. It's more like I'm not gonna let fear of that happening to prevent me from having fun, right? So yeah. What else did I wanted to talk about? Um, um, Actually, what if I don't do the yapping? Do you guys have any questions for me? What is this, a Q&A? What is this, a seminar? Hey guys, any questions? That concludes our seminar. Any questions for the bird while I sip my coffee? Jeez. Who am I? What am I? You are a bird. What's your shoe size, ma'am? 40. I have a big leg. I have big white legs. 40. What coffee are you drinking? Janji Jiwa. I don't know. I think, yeah. Do you like baking? Yes. Damn, I know. Well, it's not that I have long feet. I have wide feet, okay? So it's really hard for me to find shoes because, like, shoes, especially shoes for women, they tend to get pointy and narrower as they go to the tips, and my feet don't work like that. I have a duck's feet. Yeah, I have duck's feet. So yeah. It's really hard for me to find shoes because of that. So yeah, and I'd rather have bigger shoes than smaller shoes. Sure, bigger shoes mean that I it's a tripping hazard, but like you can trim down bigger shoes. You cannot enlarge smaller shoes, I believe. What's the last 3 numbers of your card, milady? 679. So yeah. Oh my god, Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I told you guys I'm a real life Kingdom Hearts character. Yep. What dish are you most proud of that you can make? Ah, that's a hard question. What dish am I most proud of? Man, I've made a lot of dishes. I'm the one who primarily cooks in my family, so I've made a lot of dishes. But what's my most proudest one? See, that's the thing about cooking for your family or just cooking in general. It becomes a chore. It becomes a duty that I don't even think when I do it. I meal prep. I make recipes for meals for my entire family for the week and whatnot. Do the grocery shopping, but I treat it like a chore, like a duty, haha. when when like I don't even think about it most of the time. uh you know what, gonna be really cliched, but I'm really proud that when I was in middle school, I made the sea salt ice cream from Kingdom Hearts, and then I brought it to school in like this thermos box, in this cool box, in this little cool box that was small enough that I could tote it around, and I brought it for my friends because I want, even if they weren't gamers and they've never heard of Kingdom Hearts, I wanted to secretly let them know how much I appreciate them. I want to be like the kids in Kingdom Hearts too. I want to be like the kids in Twilight Town, like sucking on sea salt ice cream while we climb to the clock tower and whatnot. Like I want to be like Leia, like Leia, Roxas, and Shion. Whatever, man. Anyway, um, are you sure you're not another Sora shard? Funny you say that. I actually based. Um, if you must know, my favorite character in Kingdom Hearts is Shion, and she, Shion, Reze, and Ryoji from Persona 3 and Manhattan Cafe is my top 4 design inspiration for this model. So yeah, that's why she has dark hair. But yeah, the sad thing about those sea salt ice cream that I made during middle school is that I made it for my friends so that I could enjoy it after school with them. And then like not long after that, I realized that my best friend has been stabbing me in the back. So yeah, I guess there's a lesson to be learned there. Oh yeah, I guess there's a lesson to be learned there. No. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. Middle school was crazy. No way. Yes way. After I oh, I also remembered that I couldn't find I couldn't find blue or green food coloring for the ice cream because for some reason the bakery shop, the bake shop didn't have that. The bakery supply shop, they didn't have it anymore. I think they ran out or something. So unfortunately, the sea salt ice cream, that first batch of sea salt ice cream, was like yellow. The original color of like the batter and everything. But whatever, man, it still tasted nice. Condolences, man. Middle school was crazy. Middle school was crazy. I remember one girl kept bullying me by writing on the whiteboard every single, like after school, writing that like K has a white butt, K has a white ass. like K has the widest ass in class, and I was like, what the hell, man? And then I went to high school, and then suddenly everybody wants to have a fat ass, so I'm like, what the fuck? It's always like that, okay? Never let anybody bully you for your interests or for how you are, because chances are not, like, a few years after that it's going to be like a desirable trait all of a sudden. Is that supposed to be an insult? Man, I have no idea. I used to get bullied in high school for being a weeb. And then I go to college and like Attack on Titan happened, and then suddenly everybody wants to be a weeb. Suddenly even the normies are watching Attack on Titan on Netflix. Okay, whatever. Now everybody is a weeb, you know? Now everybody's in that jujutsu grind. It's cool to be a weeb now. Fuck you. Ah, man. Like, I used to get bullied for so many things. I used to get bullied for drawing. Can you believe that? Who cares? Like, right? Used to get bullied a lot because I'm just quiet and I put my headset on and I'm a weeb and I draw anime shit in the class. So yeah, I get bullied for that. And now count to 2026. Hey guys, look at what Mid Journey made for me. Guys, I'm an artist now. Look what I asked. Look what I prompted my AI to make. I want to be an artist now. Damn. Saying you're an artist used to be a shameful thing for me. Every time I see that, I'm like, you fucking tourist. You haven't been through the pits of hell like I have. The same goes for curly hair. Now everyone wants to have. Okay, for people who have met me in Komifuro or just like in real life, you know that, sorry to break the fourth wall, guys, sorry to break the kayfabe, or haha, kayfabe because I'm K, but whatever. You know that I have curly hair. Okay, I have curly hair. I have wavy hair, curly hair, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, if you've met me in Komifuro or where anywhere, you know that I have curly hair. Um, and like uh I used to get picked on for having curly hair too when I was smaller. It wasn't just the students, it was also my teacher, because like, my god, those bitches. uh I fucking hate the stigma that curly or wavy hair is unkempt hair, is messy hair. Because like, I used to get scolded by my teachers back in primary school for like not tying up my hair like really tightly in a bun or whatever, because they would say that, did your mom not brush your hair this morning? And I'm like, and I always get the tension because I'd say something like, get my mom's name out of your filthy fucking mouth, bitch. So yeah, I don't know what is it with the stigma back then that's like, oh, everybody wants to have like silky straight hair, So because I got so sick of being picked on for my hair in middle school, my mom finally let me have rebonding, which basically like chemically like makes my hair straighter. And by now my hair has turned back full curly, but let me tell you, if I can go back and tell little K, I'd tell little K that it wasn't worth it. You know why? You know why it's not worth it? Because little K, you're going through all this effort to fit into the beauty standard or whatever, because people kept on picking on you for having wavy hair, and then flash forward to years later in high school, Every single girl wanted wavy hair. I shit you not, my classmates would bring um, hair irons, curling irons to school in their bag. You know, school starts at like 7 a.m. I know non-Indonesian people are like, what the fuck? EU people are like, what the fuck? But yeah, school starts at 7 a.m. I usually come by to school at like 6:45 or 6:30. If I'm early enough at like 6:30, there would be girls plugging up their curling iron to the outlet in the walls, and they would curl their hair before class. So yeah. And they would ask me like, Kay, what's your secret? How do you get it so wavy? Genetics. Honestly, after seeing your pic on X, I only remember the Prabowo face aspect. Shut up. But okay, yeah, I kinda look like Prabowo's niece or something. I don't know. But like excuse you, I look like Prabowo's very cute niece. Fuck you. Gak dirazia lah. But yeah, you know. Jeez. Please, whatever, man. I choked on my breakfast, whatever, man. I can't believe you guys. I bless you guys with a very rare, cute selfie of me, and all you have to comment is that I look like Prabowo. Disgusting. Atrocious. Next time I'm going on like an in real life event, I'm gonna wear a mask. Not even a medical mask. I'm gonna wear like a Joker mask or something. Yeah, I'm not even. Yep. I'm just gonna wear a mask. Whatever, man. Persona 5 had it going, you know. Eh, jeez. Tapi bener, it's okay. God. But yeah. What else? I don't know, man. Middle school and high school was crazy. I remember this girl in my class got bullied. Guess what? They got bullied for not knowing what Nutella was. Who cares? Bitch, who cares? Who the fuck? I wish I had that amount of time to give a shit about that. Who gives a shit, bro? Who cares? Who absolutely cares? I feel not even a bit, I feel a lot bad for her, because I remember that this girl in particular, she, you know, dia panjat sosial, guys. She really likes to chase the clout, and she really wanted to be accepted into the cool, popular kids sphere. But here's the thing about the cool, popular kids sphere, okay? They're all rich kids, right? Because they always have the newest iPhone. Like, heck, they bring Jaguar, their choice of vehicle, to school. They bring Ninja motorbikes and Jaguar cars to school, to high school. They drive Jaguar car to school, okay? They're rich kids, all right? And I remember this girl in particular, she wasn't from like a rich background, you know? Not at all. So every time I see her trying so hard to get into that circle of friends, and then like I overhear them one time during lunch break, because my table was near where their posse was. And then like one of the girls said like, oh my god, I really like it when I dip blah 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 in Nutella. And then like this girl was like, what's Nutella? And I shit you not, the other three girls were laughing at her like mean girls. It's like, you don't know what Nutella is? Oh my god, do you live in a cave or something? I'm like, what the fuck? Jeez. So bougie, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. The high school I went to was was like a very bougie high school, and I forever hate my parents for putting me there. Like I said, I wanted to go to my brother's high school because my brother's high school is where the nerds go. Okay? But then my parents was like, "No, I don't think you can handle the pressure of your brother's school because your brother's school always scores like top 10 on the national exams, you know." They're like super strict, and the classes are like until like 5 p.m. because they have so many supplementary classes, because they have like an academical education. So yeah, the kids are all academically inclined, you know. You shouldn't go. You should go to a high school where it's chiller, it's nicer. Basically, my parents said I was too stupid to go there. Thanks, parents. I mean, were they wrong? No, they weren't. But like, god damn it. I wanted to go where the nerds were, but yeah, they sent me to the bougie schools, and I'm like, what the fuck? Didn't you also need to stay late in school for a tournament? Yeah, how ironic it is that my parents didn't want me. You know, my parents did the all like, yeah, but like your brother is a guy and you're a girl. We don't want you coming home at like sunset. You should be home by noon because you're a girl. Imagine saying that to me, and then I go to the stupid bougie high school that they send me to, and I still go home at night because I was a tournament girly. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. It wasn't just a bougie school too. The teacher there didn't care about teaching. I shit you not, sometimes the teachers are so careless and they don't care that they just don't show up for the classes. They literally would just like, hey, I'm not gonna teach today, bye bye. So yeah, sometimes I feel like my parents also regret it because they underestimated just how careless and bougie and just like bad the place was, because they'd see me go to school at like 6:30 a.m. and then by 10 p.m. I'm already home. Banyak jam kos, iya banyak banget jam kosongnya. Stupid, ain't this the girl that got invitation to a bioengineering program? I think you're finally getting what kind of person I am. Yeah, I like it when people think I'm stupid. Seriously. Seriously, I like it when people think I'm stupid. Am I actually stupid? I don't think I'm stupid. I think I'm the smartest bird alive. Is that cocky? Probably yes, whatever. But like, I think I'm the smartest bird alive. I think I'm actually pretty intelligent. But I like it when people think I'm stupid. Why? Because it means they don't give me a lot of expectations. But even though I say this, I still had a lot of expectations from my family. That's why I was always pissed off at my parents in high school, because like, how do you tell me that I'm too stupid to go to, like, I'm not academic enough to keep up with my brother's high school, so that's why you won't send me there? So you send me to the bougie rich kid like Euphoria High School, and then I get pressured to go to be a tournament girl, you know, what the fuck? Oh man. Is it a school or a uni? The teacher seems to have a very hands off approach. That's because most of the children there are children of conglomerates and civil servants, okay? Or like, you know, children of people in the military. So they usually buy their way into the school. Because even though it's a bougie school, it's still a high reputation school. And then later, when it comes time for them to apply for university, they buy their way in too. Yeah. I was really pissed off about that, by the way. When we were applying for universities, in my friend group circle in high school, I was the only one who got accepted to my university of choice via invitation. All of my friends didn't pass via invitation, so they had to go take the exam, the entrance exam. And was it a private school? It was a public school. Crazy, right? Crazy. I was so angry at that. I mean, I'm happy that I secured my way into university. But the thing is, like, I was so angry because I can't believe that my friends didn't pass the invitation. You know why? Because my friends were the nerds. They were constant top 5 ranks in the class, top 3 among the entire year of our high school, and like top 10 in like the national exams, and they didn't pass via invitation. You know why? Because the slots they wanted were taken by the kids who paid for it. Okay? I'm not even like, do you know the kind of grades that those kids had? They shouldn't be able to pass. Oh my god, my friends were so smart. They worked hard, they got accolades, they went to tournaments. You know, they had so many trophies. Never had a spot in their record and everything. They didn't pass through invitation. I was so angry. I was so angry that I couldn't even be happy that I got accepted. Well, mostly because it was art school. Who cares? But like, sorry, art school students, but like, you know, in between my friends who wanted to be lawyers and doctors and researcher, I applied for art school. So I was like, I mean, it's art school. Like, who cares? But like, I couldn't even be happy because my friends weren't happy with me. You know, I hated seeing them like that. Jeez. Yeah. Our country is fucked. Our country is fucked. So yeah. And then I remember people were just kenapa aku WNI betul? Why am I Indonesian? Chat, I am sorry for being Indonesian. And then I remember, because I was one of the only few people who got into like a prestigious university via invitation, they actually like set my name on the speaker phone. This fucking school, they went like from class 12A, like 12-1, the people who got in via invitation is this, and they got into this uni. They said that over the loudspeaker, the intercom at every homeroom. What the fuck? And then for my class, there were only like 5 people who got in via invitation, actual invitation, not money invitation, and I was one of them. And everybody was like, wow, Kay, you got into that university? Wow, oh my god, you must be so smart. What is your secret? And I love destroying them by destroying their fascination by telling them, oh yeah, I'm in the art department. Yeah. I love watching them fascinate over me. Just like, how you got into that university? Wow, what major? And I say art. And I just watch them deflate, and they're just like, eh. Art, what, ew. It was always fun. It was always fun. They'd be like, huh? Oh man. And I used to take, aku tuh waktu SMA ngambil bimbel kan. In high school, I took like uh, external lessons, just like tutor classes to help me with some of my subjects and whatnot. And when the teachers of those lessons learned that I got accepted via invitation to this university, they were like, "Oh my God, Kay, can you please do a speech for like the juniors who are gonna go for the like exam next year after you?" And I'm like, "Why would I do that?" They're like, "Because you're one of our rare students who actually got in via invitation." And I'm like, "What do you expect me to say?" They're like, "Just motivate them, tell them about your experience." And I'm like, "I'm an art major." And they're like, "Oh." I'm like, "Yeah, I skipped school for a month to work on my portfolio." Yeah. Yeah, you know what I drew in my portfolio? A lot of glasses, a lot of apples, and one charcoal portrait of Daenerys Targaryen. Yeah, is what do you want me to say to them? Fuck school, go take a break for 1 month, fuck your grades, and just like lock yourself up. Imagine that this is look back and focus on your art, you know? So yeah, Khaleesi, the fuck, and they were always like, "Oh." But yeah, see, here's what I don't like about like, here's what I don't like about normies looking down on art. They're always like, "Ew, art. It's not even an important thing." Oh yeah, so why are you all hounding over trying to be AI artists now if art's not important? Huh? Huh? Why do I see so many of my normie fans like generating Ghiblified AI art of them with their girlfriends and boyfriends or even their kids? If you told me that art wasn't important, fuck you. You know? Why are you all trying to tell me now just like, "Oh, that to traditional artists, I'm an AI artist and proud." What the fuck? All of a sudden everybody wants to become an artist, like it's a race or something, like you're trying to prove something. I spent a big part of my life being condescended for doing art. What the fuck? Honestly, my main gripe with people who like use generative AI for art is just that. It's my own personal gripe because like aside from the whole like consent and copyright stuff, which is also concerning, and the environmental issues of it, yeah, also concerning, but like me, my personal gripe is that imagine living most of your life having people look down on you until you actually get into a major where everybody's just like you and you finally find your people and whatnot, but most of the people outside of it kind of look down on you. And then all of the sudden, a few years into the future, suddenly everybody wants to become you, but they don't want to go through the actual process of learning how to become you. They just want to become you, but they don't actually want to learn how to do that. So yeah, that's my personal gripe. That's what angers me most. So yeah. that's that's what pisses me the fuck off. Oh, art major isn't important anyway. Look at me. I'm trying to reach this girl, so I show my appreciation to her by making a Ghiblified selfie of her. Isn't that cool? Yep, buddy. You get a cookie point for that. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. So yeah. They want to be like you but still have contempt for you at the same time because there are ghouls that also delight in trying to devalue art by trying to monetize AI art. I know. I feel a bit weird because I've seen some people who outright hate um human artists, and by human artists I mean like non-AI using artists, like they have some kind of personal vendetta against non-AI artists. It's like, like every art should be AI art. Ha yeah, praise the AI, praise the AI. I feel kind of weirded out by it because I'm like, how do you participate in a community by actively hating on it? You know, doesn't don't the AI bots have to learn from the non-AI art first? How do you do that and then disrespect your source material? I just don't get it. I just, it the the things are not thinking for me, but whatever, man. It really is starting to feel like a cult. Yeah. Sorry for asking this if this is too off topic, but what is your take if someone do learn but they completely copy someone else's style? Hmm. I don't really have a moral issue of it. My issue lies more on this feeling of, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, to be honest, I don't really know how I feel about it. Most of the time, I don't really care. I'm just like, oh, I guess they really admire artist A, so that's why they're really trying to replicate artist A. You know what? Whatever, man. But also at the same time, I'm like, man, doesn't that get boring? Come on, man. My concern is more like, if your focus in creating art is to 1 to 1 100% try to copy someone else, I just it just makes me wonder. It just makes me wonder, like, so who exactly do you do this art for? Or like, why? Or like, what are you trying to do with making art? Do you just feel nice? Do you just feel nice that do you feel accomplished that you finally are able to reach the stylistic goal of someone you admire? I mean, that's valid. Or are you genuinely trying to be that person? Is that what you want or something? I don't know. Most of the time, I'm a bit whatever on the subject. Uh, but it just gets me a bit miffed, like, man, come on. Man. Like, I just think this is gonna sound really cheesy and cliche, but whatever. I think your soul deserves better. Oh god, that was so cheesy. But I do believe it. It's like, okay, maybe it's not morally wrong to completely copy someone's style, as long as it's not like a complete 1 to 1 tracing and everything. Um, but I think you deserve better. I think your soul deserves better. I think you and your soul deserves to be out there, with little hints of who you are and not always trying to chase, the echoes of somebody else's soul. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Like, I'm saying this, but I also copy a lot of artists. But what I notice is that no matter how hard I try to copy other artists, eventually it's going to end up, whatever I make is still going to end up screaming of me, you know? That's why, even though my stylistic choices change and improve and whatnot, sometimes I'd show like an updated piece to my friends, and they can still tell, even if I don't tell them that it was me who made it, they can still point at it and say that, oh, Kay made that. I'm pretty sure Kay made that, you know? So, yeah, my take in that is that I think your soul deserves better. Yeah, just like what Fizz said, artists often learn from copying others first all the time. But after time goes on, you develop your own style by putting in your own artist fingerprint on it. Yeah, that's what I think. Just copy 20 different artists and mix your own skill issue. That's the ingredient. I agree. You know, just to expose myself here, you know what style I've been trying to emulate more in my drawing, simply because i I am so jealous. I hate art. I'm not even okay. I'm gonna quit the lovey-dovey art is good for your soul. Nah, it's time to get real. I hate art. I hate making art. I hate seeing an artist who can make like beautiful, beautiful pieces and post it on Twitter and get a lot of likes. Fuck you. I hate you. Fuck you. Like, how dare you? I'm gonna stop being lovey-dovey. I'm gonna get real spiteful here. How fucking dare you? How dare you? And you churn out these drawings like you can post like 3, 4 of them in a week. Fuck you. I'm gonna enough with the being an art is like a safe space. No, I hate all of you. Fuck you. I hate all of you. How dare you? Fuck you. And you know what gets me really riled up? You know what gets me like I need to kill something, you know. Not really, but like I need to slay something. I need to kill. I need to devour something. I'm so angry. I'm so spiteful. I'm so envious and jealous. I hate art. I hate art is when I see Chinese artists, the ones with the keyboard smash username and whatnot, and they post something that they post an entire masterpiece. Chinese artists have this way with color, you know. They have this way with value and color. It's just so fucking beautiful. Just look at Reverse 1999's like art, you know, or like any gacha game, but like specifically like stylistic ones like Reverse. Like, I hate you. The lighting, it's crazy, you know. So I got so envious and spiteful and hateful that I started drilling myself that I also have to be able to learn from that. So low key, I've been like, my art journey, my art goal right now is not really to copy their style, because I'm self-aware enough now to know that I will never be able to copy someone's style like 10 to 10, 1 to 1 like that. It will always be coming back to what I'm comfortable with, what my soul speaks of. But my art goal right now is to learn like the technicalities of Chinese artists, because holy fuck, I hate you. I hate you. Yeah, I go to Xiaohongshu and everybody there is just like a, what the fuck are you, what the, I hate you. Yeah, random string 38192301 that you can't find again. God damn it. Why Chinese specifically? Korean is good too. Korean is good too. Not hating on like any other nationalities of artists is good too, but I'm saying Chinese because 80% of that very specific art style that I stumble upon, most of the time, 80% of the time, if I check the account, it is from a Chinese artist. So that's what gets me going. I'm like, oh, I'm going to learn your secrets. I'm going. How dare you? I don't know what they're teaching people in like the art schools over there, but how dare you? You know, I get so angry. I get so riled up. How fucking dare you? I hate you. In fact, I hate art. In fact, I don't ever want to draw ever again. I mean, they do say that hatred is a strong motivator. I'm gonna be so fucking real with you guys. I don't even care anymore. Whatever. You want to talk about being spiteful and hateful? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna lie, guys. Part of the reason why I came back streaming is due to spite. I ain't gonna lie. Part of the reason why I came back to streaming, like a big chunk of it is because I like recovered and I've you know, I'm in a comfortable, safer part in my life where I can indulge in streaming and I feel safe enough to do it. But like there's like that 20% where I did it out of spite. And now the spite is gone and I'm just enjoying it. But yeah, I did it out of spite. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Elaborate. Well, how should I say this? How should I explain it to you guys in an appropriate manner? Let's just say that I wanted to see, I had this theory, I had this annoying feeling in the bottom of my stomach that one or two people, like acquaintances of mine, seemingly treat me less because I'm like nobody, you know? Because like I'm not an influencer, or like I'm not a content creator, or like I'm not a streamer, or you know, I don't have a big following in Twitter and whatnot. I had, for the longest time, I had this really bad feeling in my guts that told me that back then, like, oh no, like so and so were only like into me because like they somehow knew that I was somebody, right? And then when I stopped streaming, that's when I really felt it. That's when I really felt it, like that difference in treatment, and it wasn't nice. Do you guys want to know what the worst of it was? I thought they were my friend, and then they knew that my father passed, and they said nothing. So yeah, there you go. It was not a good feeling. I really thought that there was I really thought there was something there. I don't mean this in like a romantic sense, but you know, just like in a bonding with people sense. Like I really thought that there was something there. But once I stopped trying to be somebody and I told the entire world, just like, I'm gonna stop streaming, okay? I can't do this right now. I don't have the emotional capacity to do this right now. So yeah, there you go. And then my father passed, and I know that they know that happened, and they said nothing. They didn't say anything until I had to DM them about something else, non-related to my father's passing, you know. It's about something else. And then after that, maybe they felt awkward if they didn't say anything. And only then, when I DM'd them about like something about them, you know, not even something about me, but something about them, just like, hey, I heard blah 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 blah, so I'm here to tell you that blah so and so told me to tell you blah 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 blah. And they were like, oh, right, thanks, Kay. Also, like, so sorry about what happened. And I'm like, why didn't you say anything when it happened, you know? I know that you don't. But anyway, that wasn't a nice feeling. That wasn't a nice feeling at all. And I don't know. I had a Joker moment, guys. I had a Joker moment where, like, smoking cigarette, just like, you wouldn't get it. But yeah, I had a entire moment where I came to a realization that, you know, maybe some of the people in my life, like, only enjoy me when I feel a certain role that they can agree on or something that they can benefit on. And when personal reasons demand that I stop playing into that role, all of a sudden they just don't want me anymore. And for the longest time, I kept blaming myself, and trying to think like, well, there must have been something wrong with me, you know. I must have been a terrible friend. You know, I must have been a terrible friend. I must have been, like, I don't know, neglectful, or maybe I didn't communicate well enough. Maybe I'm not fun enough. Maybe I'm not funny enough. But eventually I came to a realization that all of that could be true. I could have been a better friend. I could have been a better person. I could have been, like, a funnier, more attractive person, whatever. But that still doesn't excuse the things that were also lacking in their part, right? Not gonna get into the details of it, but eventually something happened and I got really pissy and petty about it, that I felt like, how dare these kinds of people talk to me in that way, all because I'm no longer somebody? How dare you, you know? How dare you? Like, I don't like the way that you're compartmentalizing people between who's a somebody and who's like a nobody. Do you think you know that Northern Lion crash out? I agree wholeheartedly. Do you think you're the only one who's a real person? What, you think this is an anime? You think you're the main protagonist? You think you're Kirito and everybody else are NPCs? You think you're the only one who's a real person here? You think if somebody's, like, not an influencer, a content creator, a VTuber and whatnot, you think they're not a real person and they don't deserve your time, your attention? Fuck you. So yeah, I got really spiteful because how dare you? I felt like, how dare you? Like, after everything that, like, you and I have gone through, you know, that I thought was, like, genuine, and maybe it was genuine and things just changed. Who knows, right? how dare you suddenly act like I'm not a real person just because I don't fit into your little stupid criteria on who deserves to be treated like a person and who doesn't. So I told my friends, just like, I'm gonna go back to streaming. And they were like, what? Why? I mean, pop off, queen. If you feel like you're emotionally ready for it, pop off. And I'm like, I want to prove a point. I'm gonna prove a point. So yeah, I went back to streaming since like 3 weeks ago. And wouldn't you know it, they come crawling back. So yeah. Is that like my driving force to stream nowadays? No. I feel like if I kept that reasoning for too long, it's gonna be a toxic reasoning for me to stream, because spite can only fuel you for so long. Like, if that was my only reasoning for streaming, I'll just feel spite, and then I'll feel like a temporary satisfaction because my point was proven, that they only want me again when I'm somebody again, you know? And then after that temporary feeling of satisfaction, I'm gonna feel empty again. And that's not enough to motivate me to keep doing this. So, yeah, but I'm not ashamed to admit that it was one of the reasons why I came back to streaming. But yeah. You have to be careful with that emotion or it will consume you. Yep, that's right. But I also don't think I should lie and say that it wasn't one of the reasons. I'm gonna admit and say that, yeah, it was one of the reasons. But I'm not going to let it be like the forever reason, you know, because I felt the satisfaction of being correct. It's like, I told you, I proved my point, you know. But it's not gonna be sustainable in the long run, so yeah. uh, but man, it felt good to have my point be proven. Ah man, unbelievable. You know what I also didn't like? I didn't like how these type of people, even when they think that I'm somebody again and I've somehow landed back in their good graces, you know, I don't like how they treat my friends who, sorry to use this word, but like, I don't like how they treat my friends who they perceive as nobody. I don't like it. I'd introduce like friend A to friend B, and friend B is just a normal guy, it's just a normal person, you know. Like, yeah, they have a Twitter account, but they're not like an influencer or anything. They're not a content creator or anything. I don't like how they treated my friends. So yeah. Most of the time, I got angry on behalf of my friends. I really didn't like it. No fucking way are you gonna get away with treating my friends like that. Fuck you. Kinda sad that you got your point proven too, though. Yeah, it is. Thank you. Shut up. Dividing people into somebodies and nobodies is just so odd to me. It is odd for me too. Yeah, it's just it's so icky. It's so icky. I don't like it. It's not even I say thanks and this is what I get. Yes. I say shut up to my friends, but I literally I literally turned the earth upside down and over to defend their honor. So yeah. Well, you know I love you guys. Like, Hi, Kay. Hi. But yeah, I really don't like it. I had to introduce my friends to a couple of like these acquaintances because of like work related subjects, you know? And it's so, man, it's so disappointing to see my friends get treated like that. And yeah, sure, at first I was like, did my friends do something bad? Was their work not good? But then I look at everything and I was like, my friends actually were more professional and they did better than some of the others. Yet 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 for some reason you treat these other workers, like these other people involved in this, like better, like with more reverence and respect, just because like there's somebody, or like they have like, oh, they got a lot of followings. Man, fuck you. Man, what the fuck? My friends are like, my friends are quote unquote nobody. First of all, fuck you. But like, even if they're like nobody, like they're professional, they got their work on time. You know, they put their hearts and souls into it, and you don't even care. You don't even respect them. You don't even say anything to them. You don't even thank them or anything. Man, crazy. That's crazy. I hate that. Wait, why is there a beeping noise? Oh, okay, never mind. You know, maybe having a crow as your persona is actually fitting for you. Are crows known to be hateful? I thought crows are just silly little guys. Oh, no, wait, crows are hateful! Yeah, crows can have grudges on people and everything, right? They're nobodies. Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. Crows are known to have like a grudge on you. Like if you do something really bad to a crow, it's going to tell the other crows, and it's going to like, they're going to remember you, and they're going to remember your face, and then the next time you go out of your home, maybe they're gonna have a pooping party all over you. So yeah. I guess in a way, in a way, I started streaming because of my friends. A, uh, because they supported me. So thank you, friends. I love you. But forget I said that. Second is because I wanted to prove a point about how shitty some people were treating me and them. Fuck you. So yeah, but don't worry, guys. I mean, despite has long gone now. Like, even if my friends bring it up to me, like, okay, but didn't so and so say? I'm like, man, whatever. Man, whatever. I got more than 5 people watching me. I'm happy. I got more than 5 people watching me. I'm happy about that, you know? I got like, what's there not to be happy about? I get like, I stream on a time that I can choose, and I have a model that I can customize on. Um, I get to choose what I want to talk about and what kind of games I want to play. Um, my chat are relatively good noodles, you know? Kind of freaky sometimes, but rage baits me a lot, but like, they're relatively good noodles. I think I have a lot of fun joking around with the people here. So yeah, like, what's there not to love about being here? Is what I always say, because goddamn, if you guys know the amount of people who sometimes try to tell me that, you know, like, oh, you only have 1.5k subscriber, it ain't that big. It ain't that big, but I'm happy. I don't know about you, But like that's what I'm going for right now. I'm sorry. Did I ever tell you that I was trying to go for like 100k or something? I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Should I bring out the ASMR dummy mommy or something? Oh man. But yeah, I don't like it. Like, do you know, like, okay, 1.5k subscriber, but that doesn't mean that I have 1.5k people as like a standard uh CC fee for my stream, right? Like, how much? Okay, I'm gonna pick one time. How much is it right now? 78. There's 78 of you here. Last time I was chit chatting, it was like, I don't know. The YouTube summary told me it was like about like 30 or 40. Jesus fucking Christ! But like, yeah. Holy fuck, that's a lot, guys. Holy fuck. Okay, I'm a little bit flustered now. I was not expecting that number. What the fuck? We're having a party here. But okay, I'm not gonna have like 1.5k people watching me stream all the time. The reality of streaming is that, uh, especially as a VTuber, when you debut for the first time and the hype is there, yeah, you're gonna have like a big CC fee, gonna have like lots of CC fee, maybe even like, even if you only have like less than 5k subscriber, you might get like 200 CC fee, even more, especially if you're like a big account, you have more than 10k. Yeah, of course people are gonna watch you, but um more often than not, that number is going to slowly neutralizes, and then it's going to slowly neutralize, and then sooner or later you're going to get your true average, right? And that true average is only going to be a very small percentage of your entire subscriber. Even if I have 100k subscriber, uh, depending on what kind of streamer I am or what kind of community I have, sorry, my nose is so stuffy, but like, even if I have 100k subscriber, depending on circumstances, what kind of streamer I am, so many things, I could stream and maybe like get 100, 200, which when you compare to like having 100k, it's like, it's a small percentage. Yeah, I know that. Uh, that's like the way it is, but my entire point is that I really don't like it when I get shamed for like having like, you're only like a 1.5k. Yeah, 1.5k. But I have more than 5 people listening to me yap. I have more than 5 people listening to me yap at like butt fucking 1:30 p.m. on a freaking weekday, Thursday afternoon. Well, at least in Indonesia, but like, yeah. And that makes me happy. Okay? That makes me happy. I have a chat who engages with me, and I have a chat who I like engaging with. Again, I get to play games that I like. I get to talk about topics that I can choose and consent to be discussed in. I get to choose the visual aesthetics that I want for my stream. What is there not to be grateful of? I'm not trying to be like Master Oogway here, but honestly, like, what is there? What more is there that I can ask for right now? Maybe later in the future, if this like becomes my full-time job and I have bigger goals, yeah, maybe I can get more ambitious. But right now, I'm just a bird sleeping on virtual grass. What else is there for me to want, right? Hashtag blessed. Jeez. Wow. Where does more than 5 come from? I don't know, man. Why are you guys here? I do notice that from my like YouTube summary that seems like people like it more when I yap and have free talk than when I play games. It doesn't mean I'm gonna stop playing games because again, I don't really care, but like I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. But I don't know, I guess that means you guys enjoy listening to me yap. And again, man, having more than 5 people who are okay listening to you yap, do you know like how lucky it is to be? uh, I think some people forget it, you know. I think some people I think some people forget it, you know. You know how lucky it is to have more than 5 people actually tolerating you babble about anything. Like you guys just sat through me talking about my favorite tag of hentai, and you haven't like barfed or like told me to shut the fuck up. You know how lucky that is? Honestly, this is just a nice place to lurk and do some work. Yeah. Like I also noticed that there's like disparity between the number of people watching me versus the number of chatters on the chat, and that's fine with me too. You know what I do like about not having um not saying that I don't appreciate like people coming over. Of course I appreciate, like I have fucking 78 people on the stream. Holy fuck, where the fuck did that come from? But like, you know, the one thing that I do like about having, like, even if there's like, oh, 60, 70 people, 60, 70, 60, even if I have 60 or 70 people watching me, but only like maybe like 20 to 25 people actually talking in the chat, you know what I do like about it? It makes me memorize my regulars easier. Is that creepy? Is that parasocial? I don't know. What did I miss? Hello. Oh my god, you want to know my favorite tag of hentai? It's petrification. Look it up. This isn't big news, people. Are you tagging us? No. That's kind of normal. I'm glad it's normal then. Oh shit. You like stone people? Yeah? And you have a problem with it? I'm in the middle of eating my food. Now why would you eat while watching my stream? I think I think I think I'm not the one at blame here. Now why would you willingly knowingly eat while watching my stream? Watching my free talk stream nonetheless. Why would you do that? Huh? I don't think you're the victim here. Edo, my friend, I don't think you're the victim here. Oh man. It's just the streamer's preference. Some may feel uncomfortable if their regulars start disappearing. I think obviously I'm not gonna say no to growth if it does happen. Like hypothetically, if I do experience some growth and my like my average number of viewership per stream starts to grow from like 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 to 60, 70, 80, and suddenly like over 100 or something, I'm not gonna say no to that because growth is growth, it's inevitable and whatnot. But um I am afraid, somewhat afraid, if it makes sense. I am sometimes I feel like I'm a bit afraid of like this is gonna sound ungrateful, but like sometimes I'm afraid of striking gold in the algorithm and then suddenly like getting a massive following, you know, because I've seen that happen to people. Like they suddenly get a massive following because of like one or two works of them that got really popular. I know I sound really ungrateful. I'm not saying I don't want that to happen to me, but I do have this fear of like, what if I can't handle it, you know? What if I can only handle like having a slow and steady growth so that I can also steadily grow alongside that growth? But like, what if there was this boom and then suddenly it's not just like 50, 40 people in the chat anymore, you know? I have a little bit of fear about that. Yeah, it's weird. It's like, do you want growth? Oh yeah, I'd love some growth, you know. I'd love to see a physical proof that my hard work meant something. Who doesn't like that, right? But at the same time, I get really scared of the idea. I don't know. Slow burn streamer. I guess I am a slow burn. Slow burn 7K word. Tags are angst and petrification. I'm kidding. But yeah. But I don't think that's a problem that I need to be concerned of right now. As things are right now, I'm not gonna just suddenly shoot up out of nowhere. That's fine with me. Huh? You will learn to handle it, I think. Yeah. Oh man. Streamer doesn't know how to handle it. Streamer doesn't know how to handle it if the streaming shit actually becomes like a growing successful thing. Fuck. You're petrifying your mods. It's okay. They'll unpetrify in a bit. It's just a little silly thing we do. Don't mind them. But yeah, I think I've been yapping now for holy shit. Did I seriously yap for 3 hours and 35 minutes? Holy shit. But anyway, hi Kay, hi. Ah man, I feel bad. You came in just as I think I'm gonna wrap this stream up. I need to lunch. Yeah, I need to eat lunch. I already ate like a sandwich before the stream, so I'm not that hungry. But yeah, and time flies when you're having fun. Do 10 hours. Petrify yourself. My mods telling me to do 10 hours streaming, as if that doesn't mean that they're also gonna have to sit down and watch over me for 10 hours. Why do you self-sabotage yourself like that, Edo? And you might be wondering, okay, who says that your mods are gonna stick with you for 10 hours if you do a 10-hour stream? I know they will because they love me. I know they will because I know them and I know they love me and my stream too much to want to miss out on it. Okay, put the gun down. You don't have to hold them hostage. I think you guys are getting the wrong. I think you guys are understanding this backwards. I don't ask my mods to come to my stream, you know? I think you guys get it backwards. I don't ask my mods to come to my stream. Okay? They're the ones obsessed with me. Okay? I know I must look like the crazy one, but I shit you not, I don't ask my mods to come to my stream. Okay? I don't ask my mods to be like a fellow court jester with me on stream, okay? I literally don't. Okay? They just come. I don't even ask them to. That's how you know they're so obsessed with me, okay? Mods, is this true? Edo says berak, but you wanna see what Edo just said on Discord? Oh yeah, bitch. Oh yeah, bitch. I'm gonna expose you. Edo said in our private chat in 11:37 a.m. You said, ntar deh gue bales, gue masih di luar ini lagi makan sama nonton K-stream. Oh, I'll reply to it later. I'm outside, I'm eating. Also, I'm watching K-stream. See, what did I tell you? Did I ask him to do that? Yeah. Edo, any thoughts? It's okay, you can say you're obsessed with me. See, I don't ask them to. They just come, you know. Oh man. I'm sorry, mods. I love you guys. Honestly, guys, it's just a mutual symbiosis. Symbiosis mutualism, guys. Like they're obsessed with me and my stream, but in return, I have to entertain them, you know. I have to be their little monkey jester. I have to like keep up with my mods' standard of funny. Otherwise they will criticize me. So don't worry. It's a hard knock life. Yeah, the real question is who's the real jester here? It's a hard thing to be your mod's Oshi, you know. Oh man, sorry mods. But okay. we're coming up to 4 hours now. I guess I'm gonna end the stream here. I don't have any announcements for now. Echo chamber relationship. I'm gonna end the stream here because we're coming up on 4 hours now. And I think I want to rest up because again I only slept for 3 hours because I had to accompany my brother to the ER. Man, what is this game? Senden, thank you so much for the why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening every time I'm trying to end the stream? Or is it happening because I'm trying to end the stream? Do you guys panic whenever I'm ending the stream? Is that what's going on? Why does this always happen when I'm ending the stream? Do you guys panic when I'm ending the stream? Huh? Do you guys are like, oh shit, bird lady's disappearing. Here, have my wallet. Is that what's happening here? Holy shit. I don't know, Ascendant. Man. Oh man. Seriously, thank you though. I'm okay, to be perfectly transparent with you guys. Some of you give so much amount of dollars. Like, do you know how much that is worth in my currency? I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. That amount of money in my local currency, that's worth like at least 1 or 2 like commission price for me, you know? Okay? I need you to understand what you're doing. All right? I'm not telling you that you should stop it. Okay, if you want to do it, go ahead. But I need you to understand the gravity of the situation here if you're gonna do that. Okay? $100 in IDR is crazy money. And that's like a whole month of grocery. Okay, that's one profit of being Indonesian. Okay, I need you to understand. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you to stop, because again, who doesn't love money? I love money. Like, as long as you understand the gravity of it, good. Now, but like, we blame the government for that. That's true. I do blame the government for that. That's not my fault. Okay, that's my government's fault. Yeah, for some, that's like a week worth of work. Okay. So yeah, excuse me if I feel both a mix of flattery, because like, wow, somebody enjoys my yapping enough to give me $100, but also confusion because my Indonesian ass can't fathom it. I'm sorry if my reaction is a bit weird, but nonetheless, I really appreciate it, okay? Sometimes you guys throw these big donations, and if I accumulate it in my PayPal, guys, it's like sometimes it's more than the salary of like the minimum wage here. That's crazy, okay? That's crazy. Okay, I know it might not be like this forever. Like I said, I've only been back streaming for like a month or so. So there's a big chance that, it's just people getting caught up in the hype of me returning. And that's normal, like I said. But regardless, that's crazy. So a big thank you from me. And oh, I wanted to show you guys something. I wanted to ask permission because I did tell you guys that I'll be using your donation money mostly to for projects here. Um I I did use a bit of the donation money for something else. I'm sorry, I lied. Before I end the stream, I must come clean to you guys. I know I told you that I'll be using the donation money mostly for projects and whatnot, um, but like, uh, I have to. I have to be honest with you guys. I did use some of the donation money for something else, for something personal. I I went on a skincare and makeup shopping spree. And I may or may not paid like half of it with like donation money. Maybe about like $40 worth of it. I'm so sorry. It's okay, girl. You can even use it on groceries. I can. I'm like a kid asking for a blessing, just like, I can. Kalap, iya gua kalap. Oh man, because I haven't used makeup in so long that I didn't realize that my usual basic stash of makeup has expired because I haven't used makeup in so long. So I needed to buy one for like daily use, or when I'm like going to a wedding or like going to events. I want to pretty up a little bit. And skincare is something that I buy like twice a year. It's like an investment, on your skin. Because a bird needs her smooth, glowy skin. So yeah. Yeah, buy your your yaoi audio dramas. What the fuck? Oh man. Bird skin? Yeah, my bird skin. If you're wondering what my primary skincare is, I suffer from dry skin. Dry as the desert skin. So I primarily use Japanese brands. I primarily use Hada Labo because that has been the brand that works the best with me because they have a formula specifically for moisturizing skin. I think they have like a formula for whitening and formula for moisturizing, hydrating with hyaluronic acid and whatever. But like, yeah, that's basically the brand that I use, and they're not really that expensive. But when you couple it with other things, it gets expensive, and that's why I had to use the Indonesian money. I'm really sorry about that. Have you tried CeraVe? I heard it's good for dry skin. I haven't tried CeraVe, but a lot of people with dry skin, like you said, told me that I should try it. So one of these days, I might try it. It's just, I need the mental strength of going from affordable Hada Labo to CeraVe, because CeraVe can get real expensive. Like, I'm going from like 30 to 40k IDR into like 100k IDR. You know, it's like going from like $2 to like $10, you know, just like, what the fuck? It's like, what the hell? CeraVe is a bit expensive and seem like they have a bigger size if it's not for you. But that's the thing, skincare gets expensive for me because sometimes I cannot buy the small size because they don't exist in smaller size. Like CeraVe, I've rarely seen CeraVe in like small sizes. Usually like their creams and whatnot are bigger sized. My moisturizer is also like in this big container because they don't have small containers. And then this big container of moisturizer, it's at least 200k IDRs, and I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah. It's okay though. I need to take care of my skin because I'm going to a friend's wedding soon, in like maybe like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or so. So I wanna rock out my good moisturized, hydrated, unbothered, nonchalant skin there. Congrats for your friend. Yeah, man, it's one of those cases where I'm not gonna lie, this particular friend, it's one of those cases where I wasn't in on their dating life at all, so I had no idea that they were getting married. Literally, I had no idea that they were even dating anybody, seeing anybody, and suddenly, boom, in my WhatsApp, it's like, "Hi Kay, you have been invited to so and so wedding. Please click this link for the formal invitation and make sure to RSVP." And I'm like, what the fuck? Who up here marrying you? I'm like, girl, you're getting married? I didn't even, congratulations, oh my god. Holy fuck, what the fuck? Bukan scam undangan nikah WA. Untungnya sih bukan ya. Thankfully, it's not one of those WhatsApp like marriage invitation scam. Jeez. But yeah. Okay. It's coming up to 4 hours now, so I think I need to say goodbye to you guys. Okay, you're gonna have to let me go. Chat, let go of me, chat. Chat, let go. I need to go. You're scaring me. Thanks for buying us some extra minutes, and then don't make it a habit. Stay 8 minutes, please. Why? 10 hours. Why? Why? Mother, don't leave us. Mother needs to take a nap. Mother needs to take a big girl nap. It's nappy time. I'm so sleepy. Tante, jangan. Tante gak ngapa-ngapain, boy. Jeez. Someone should send more so that she says, okay, I'm gonna end this before anybody does anything. You're not getting me with that bullshit. But like, okay, seriously though, thank you so much everybody for stopping by. It's been a good, comfy 4-hour stream. Holy fuck. Have a good rest of your day. Tomorrow's Friday, so I hope you look forward to that. Or, if you're on a different hemisphere from where I am, what the what did I tell you? But send and thank you. Personally, I don't mind what you use this money for. I just want to express gratitude. Also, thanks for the stream. More skincare for me. I'm gonna end this before anybody does anything. Um, don't really have any announcements, so yeah. Good luck with your day. Have a good rest of your Thursday. Have a fun Friday tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but let's see. If you're on the other hemisphere from me, good. Have a good rest of the evening. Stop fucking laughing. Stop telling me to dance. You fuckers. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. This is the ending music. It's happening. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Dead wife is actually dead. Goodbye. Goodbye. You'll never see me again. Goodbye. Fuck you. Bye bye. Who the fuck up here calling me crow wife? Who the fuck does that? Get out of here! Get out of here! Scram! Show's over! Pack up! Pack the fuck up! Pack the fuck up! Get out! Get out! It's time for me to take my big girl nap. Okay, and then after my nap, I should be working, but I'm gonna play Euro Truck Simulator, okay? Get out of here, okay? Mama's gotta go. Get out, bye!